All right, thank you everybody for joining ASV Collectibles. We are live and we have a great panel for us today. We got one member who's going to show up a little bit late. You know, he's just one of those divas, so it's okay. Better late than never, right? We got our good friend Marcos in the house as always. Thank you, Marcos. We got the legend Lane, a little incognito today. I think he's just in his underwear. That's why his camera's off. Just fine by me.
Wait, we can do that?
we got our good friend Jarhead from Custom Produce. If you don't know Custom Produce, please follow them on Facebook, subscribe to their YouTube channel. They got a lot of amazing content on there. And we got the famous Roger from So Much 3D. He's got like 4 decades in the custom, not custom, but you know, all that video gaming and sculpting and all that good stuff. And I said 40 years. It's 40 years. He's 70. He just looks great. I don't know what he's eating or what's in the water in Texas. But Marcos is not drinking that water. So I don't know what's going on over there.
Not a chance, dude. This is my water right here. This is my water.
Yeah.
So.
Well, all I can say is anybody who's showing up, Roger is like the face of doom for what custom collectors wallets, because he is going to make something that is going to make you spend your money on it, and then you're going to open it. You're going to love what you receive, but then also realize you have some moss flying out of your wallet for a couple.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers, freelancer there, not the kind of freelancer that's a lot lizard. He's not a lot lizard. He's actually sitting in an office doing things, right? Very important.
Yeah. Appreciate the vote of confidence from both of you guys. Appreciate it.
But today, yeah, we got this. Finally came in, super excited. Funny thing is, never got a confirmation on when it was going to be delivered. It just showed up on my door. Custom Logan, or I'm sorry, custom Wolverine throne. This is my first throne piece, so I'm super excited. This box is super heavy. It's like 70 pounds just for one piece, so super excited to open it. Just so everybody knows, and whoever's watching is gonna watch, I am doing a giveaway. Please don't forget. Let's hit 500 subscribers. It's a 1/10 scale Iron Studios Thor. I have that piece. It's ready to go. Let's hit that 500 subscribers, please, and yeah, let's have a good time. You guys.
One other thing I'm going to add on to that. So you, as well as be giving away that particular statue, I will be throwing in for a secondary prize a $25 gift card where a person can choose where they would like, whether it's like Sideshow or if you have another retailer you like to pick stuff up. So I'll throw in $25 as well as a secondary for us runner-up prize as well once we get and do that giveaway for 500 subscribers as well.
Well, thank you very much, Lane. That's new to me, so I'm super excited that you're in on this.
Well, that was the point I wanted to get. Everybody can see. You're like, wow, that's cool.
That is cool, and I'm gonna put my name on a raffle because I need $25 for a giveaway. Oh wait a minute.
Well, I will say this is a little bit of karma payback because for a guy who I know who I was in chat, he does a Web 6 scale channel, and he was doing, because he read a subscriber did a $20 gift card giveaway, and I actually won the raffle, and then I wanted to get it from Sideshow, but their minimum is 25, so he gave me 25. And then 2 days later, I used that actually towards my first statue pre-order I've done this year. So this is me paying back, getting that karma back.
Nice. Well, it's much appreciated, and I really appreciate the love, Lane. Thank you very much. You guys, I know you guys were talking about on Godlike yesterday about the super large dog alien.
Yep.
I know you guys chat a little. You guys were chatting behind backstage. So let's
extra large.
Say that again, Jarhead. I didn't hear you.
I said extra large dog alien.
Extra large dog alien. So let's go ahead and begin the shenanigans while I try to open up this box because it is massive. Take me a little bit. You might see some gluteus maximus around there somewhere, so don't pay no mind to my pants.
Well, once you have it together, you know at the end of the day, you're going to have to William up, tear off that shirt, and start giving us some flexing when you're done. Yeah, exactly, baby. Exactly.
That embarrassed me. Okay, I wanted to say this also. The box is brand. Goddamn, the box is brand new. I haven't opened it. For those that don't know, when I pick up any box that comes from the factory or any third party I purchase it from, let's say my boy Todd from Spec Fiction or anywhere else, I never open it until I do a live stream or live video. It's sealed, okay? Because breaks. If there are breaks, it's recorded. So I just want to make sure everybody knows I'm trustworthy. And now I'm going to open it. So if there is any issues, we'll see it here. We'll talk about it. Also, the factory told me I might need a heat gun to put this together, or a blow dryer. I don't have a blow dryer because my wife has that Dyson thing where it just kind of curls and blows. So we'll see what happens. So just wanted to, let people know that that's the case. Big cardboard box. I don't know if there's an art box. I'm gonna get opening and shut the hell up.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Cool.
hey,
so I just want to.
like,
I know people are still getting in the show. I want to say what's up to Jonas. Thanks for joining. He asked, "Will, is this not your one and only Wolverine? Is it?"
No. If it's Wolverine in his outfit, yes. I got Logan, but this is my first throne piece, so it is Wolverine. So, I mean, if you count that as 2 Wolverines, I guess it would be. But there's an art box.
But yeah, so we want to talk about that new XL dog alien. I know Lane, he has a lot more to say about it. So go ahead and start something.
Yeah, that dog alien. So as I was talking backstage, guys, that has been probably the one statue since the last year for the showcase that I have been locked into. I own no alien paraphernalia actually right now, even though it's my second favorite movie series after Star Wars. I've watched those movies like 40 times.
Well, I own a bunch of paraphernalia, but not alien paraphernalia.
Yeah, well, all the statues I own are DC stuff, mostly Batman. Like that's been my focus. That
I was gonna say, Prime once put out a lot of like alien stuff, and so is like I guess Sideshow. None of those like spoke to you, or none of those like stood out to you.
Well, they were all expensive. And I've only gotten really in the last 4 years where I was willing to buy when I bought some J&D statues really good.
Gotcha.
So kind of wacky. But this piece really caught me just for the fact is Alien 3 was definitely not my favorite Alien piece.
It's one of the
that was my next question.
But
it's one of the
this XL, as I was telling Marcos, I've been saying, they put out that Sora, which both these statues are the same height. They're both monstrous. They're 46 inches tall, guys. To put in the actual, not even including width or anything, but just height. Okay, it looks like William here is going to be showing it. Are you going to be able to get that?
He is sweating already. My
God. I know. I was noticing he's humping and pumping already.
Actually, pretty cool. Yeah. The top of the art box is pretty cool, and I'm going to show you guys right now. But
that's why I wanted to just hold on for a second, so you could just be careful when
Will skips leg day. That's for sure.
If one of our hosts blows out his back in the middle of the show, is there extra points or something? Like,
I love this. The throne written in throne is a bunch of dead ninja bodies.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it fits for the aesthetic of the actual throne.
The bottom of it opened up. Give me one second.
Jimmy, welcome.
What's that, man? This is
Jimmy's
favorite character. So. And Jonas is back here. Where you put in the collection? I don't think Will knows that. Yeah, we'll see though.
This is one of those get the piece out, stare at it, drool at it, and figure out where it goes later. Oh, damn.
Wow, that's cool. 70 pounds. 70 pounds. That's
going to be a heavy base, man. Enjoy.
Yeah.
I feel it right there.
He's already crashing out, everybody. He's already crashing out.
He's already got his hernia.
Now, is this an original? Is this based off the artwork here around the side of the box? Is it based off an actual like comic cover style artwork, or was this done exclusively for this release by the artist?
I think it was exclusive for this release. I don't know. It came from the factory, so I don't know anything about it except
it's an awesome art piece. Like because that's literally it is showing you what is part of what you're getting with this.
Yeah, that's pretty much. All right.
I love art boxes. I just never see them.
I love the simple color where it's different, like reds and everything, with just the white and then some blacks mixed in to help show off Wolverine's costume. Awesome box. Anyway, sorry. I just since he was about to show us that, I wanted to let people be able to focus on that.
Is this the brown suit version?
No, this is the yellow.
Tiger Stripe.
The two I like the most is X-Force and yellow. Brown would be my third. If they only had the brown, I'd probably get it, but I like the yellow more. So that's kind of what I went for. I'm looking for a XM Wolverine. So I would say that the only character I probably would have multiples of is Wolverine, and that's not something I care to do of have multiple of the same characters. But it's just kind of how things are flowing right now.
Would you do that X-Force Wolverine that came out not too long ago? Possibly.
XM?
The XM, yeah, the X-Men Uncanny X-Force Wolverine in the gray and black costume.
Actually, I might have lied. You know what? I might have lied. I don't even know what color I got. I might have got the X-Force.
It'll be a surprise. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I might have got the X-Force version. Actually, I think I did get the X-Force version. I think I got the black one.
Right.
Because I got my X-Force line right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 23 Psylocke Storm. So I think I got the X-Force color, guys. I don't think it's the yellow version.
But we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, then shortly.
Place your bets.
But hey.
Place your bets. Place your bets right now. Yellow, blue, yellow, brown, or X-Force. Let's do
Wouldn't
that.
it be funny if it was
it ain't
being
brown. It ain't brown. It ain't gonna be brown.
Hello, Logan. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good to see you. Jonas had a question for you, William.
What's up?
He was asking, you do custom statues also in your collection?
I do what?
You get custom statues, basically what he was asking.
Yeah, most of my collection, I would say, is custom. I would think, except for, well, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces I have are custom. And then I got the 1/3 up top. You can't see. I got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and then these XM Studios. I got XM Studios down here. Yeah, and then one sideshow piece there.
What's up, Al? Thanks for joining, man. As always, good to see you, man.
But yeah, man. I think the thing with the dog alien X. What up?
I'm just gonna show you guys this.
That's a lot of pieces, man.
These are a swap out.
Oh wow!
Jeez.
So it is the yellow.
Yeah, it is the yellow and red, or yellow and black.
Yeah. You know what? I'm pretty sure I ordered the X-Force color. She might have sent me the wrong one. I'll double check later, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure.
That means you can just buy the XM. Uncanny X-Force Wolverine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's okay. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with it. I like the yellow or the black, so I'm not even worried about it. Yeah. So there's.
Yeah, now she owes you the X-Force one, and you keep this one. You know, it's one of those.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I like that. Is the perfect customer logic I like to hear, Marcos.
Yep.
Preach.
What's up?
There's like 12. There's like 12 arm swap outs. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 portraits. I didn't know it was this many portraits.
Damn.
Boy, so what you're saying is. Your custom there is telling Prime One to step up their game when it comes to all the switch out. Instead of charging 600,
most of these switch outs. Let me grab pictures because this is like just the base over here in his body is. There's just so much stuff going on, so I got to really make sure I
focus on that. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that is.
Well, here's a good question. When it comes to swap outs. What's a good amount? Like, what is it acceptable, or like, what is an anticipated amount? Like, what would you guys prefer? What's too little? What's too many?
It depends on the character for me. Like,
right? There's some.
Yeah, like hold up, wait. But like, if it's a character like Deadpool who has a lot of weapons, a lot of guns, blah blah blah, makes sense 100%. If it's like someone like Superman, it shouldn't have that many swap outs. Honestly, it should have a couple of portraits here and there, or maybe. I don't know, maybe a different
heat vision, really. I mean, that's all.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe you could have one that has like if there was like an attachment or something for him doing like a big, breath or something like blowing in or something.
That's the base.
Dude,
yeah, it's like a slab of. It's like a big slab of something.
What's up, nice guy?
50 pound. So I got number 6 of 30.
Wow, nice.
So I'm gonna get. Let me see if I can lower this light right here a little bit more. So it's not too bright. Can we get close?
Yeah, we can
This
see
is,
it.
Very cool.
Oh, nice. Damn it.
Look at that. Good details.
But that's not the real base. If we're being honest, it's a bunch of those ninjas on the base. That's the real base.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. All those damn ninjas.
Just trying to figure out the placement. Not sure.
Well, at least this is the throne that fits the character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is the bottom. This is the bottom section. I'm just gonna get a measurement for you guys. It's
12 by 12. Let's see.
13.5 by 17.
I was way off. I was getting close.
Watch this. Watch you have to put every limb, like, to assemble it, right? Like every
in a different
order.
order.
Like, limbs.
I'm pretty sure I probably have to. I'm gonna grab the base here real quick.
And also, not color coordinated. Just all these limbs figured out.
Yeah, it was basically what I had to do last week with the man bat. Like, it literally was good luck.
Really?
Yeah. I literally just.
I'm surprised. That doesn't look like a really complex piece. Like,
there's so many pieces on the base that go places I don't know at all.
Did you eventually figure out where those other pieces went?
No, I looked at it. I thought about doing it. I was like, it looks completely normal without it. So I'm like, I'm fine. Like 100%. I'm fine with not doing it.
That group usually has a video for the assembly. I don't know if you looked it up or what, but a lot of times they'll have a assembly video. So
gotcha. I can do that later maybe, but at the same time, like, even without those little pieces on the base, it looks exactly the same without it, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like anything. It's like they're all behind the wings basically. So it's not like it's not like a big deal.
That looks heavy.
Yeah,
it is pretty heavy, and it was
you might.
It was a pain to get out of the bucket. Say that.
Be very, very careful there taking that up.
Now do some squats.
Okay, there's a peg there. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out
how it plugs in because it's dead bodies.
It goes like this.
Jimmy said 2, 3.
Am I getting close?
Yeah, that doesn't lend itself very easily.
Death by a million paper cuts.
Yeah, jeez. Exactly how you would plug it in, because that part looks like where you're holding it up there looks like it might be like where Logan would plug in, maybe.
And Jimmy said 2 to 3 swap outs would be best in his opinion.
Yeah. I think that like with the dog alien, I like that all it really needs is a tongue switch out, and it has an alternate head sculpt, which is with the mouth closed. That's like.
Do any of y'all have a preference as to like having a display or like a mini base display your parts? Does it matter like having one? Like, how do you feel about the extra parts where you store them?
So if it's like a shit ton of portraits like this one, or like the Harley Who Laughs, or we're talking backstage, I would like some headstands. You don't have to do like anything crazy either. Just a little stand to hold it. That's all you need, in my opinion. If there's nothing there, I'm not like, it's not a deal breaker for me, if that makes sense. But it's more of like, if they have it, awesome. If they don't, whatever. Put the ones I would never use back in the box, and then keep the ones I will use somewhere else.
Yeah.
This has a peg underneath it, but it's very short. It just like doesn't really peg into the slot. And I'm not sure
if you had the heating of it, maybe to get it to.
No, it doesn't reach. I'm not sure if this is the wrong section or wrong part. I'm not sure. This is.
I saw it on the base. It's a small one too, like a.
Yeah, it wasn't big at all.
Like, it just doesn't. No matter which way I place it.
It doesn't meet, huh?
No, it does not meet.
That's a bummer. And they give you the wrong suit. Like, what's going on here, man?
Yeah, I don't know. I might have just ordered this one. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just trying to.
He just wants to get the seat planted into place.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not even. It's like the peg is like really short in there. It's not sticking down far enough.
Is it too thick at the top, basically, of the peg?
It's like they shoved it in too far or something. Let me see if I could. Oh, yeah, see, I can pull it out.
Huh.
Yep. It's not glued in there properly.
Oh no.
So so I guess when they probably try to set it in there. There we go. They probably try to set it in there and they missed, when they tested at the factory, and it shot straight up through the resin. So, I mean, not a big deal because this thing is freaking heavy. It's got to be like at least 35, 40 pounds just the ninjas. That's
Jimmy, that's what we need.
Now
Jimmy,
you're
is that what
ready
we
to
need?
sit down for your 5 minutes. Yeah. It looks like this is a you, Roger.
So, the other thing too is there's some sections here. Well, it's silver. I thought it was like blemished, but it's not. The paint's kind of looking okay, but there's a lot of pegging. So this is gonna be fun because I haven't really checked the video. I'm putting this together. I never really do. So I'm curious to see the mess I got. But I'm gonna pull Wolverine out right now. His whole body, we'll set him in there, and then I'll get close-ups of everything else. After that, I'll just the camera and get real close up.
Gotcha. Roger, Jimmy said this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, Jimmy, if that's what we need, like, do you like the idea? Is it like a whole new pose, or does it have to be something, does it have to be centric to the movie and stuff? Is it Iron Man just with the gauntlet, or is it references to the movie, or is it like? Cause I don't know. I try to stay away from like, oh, that's cool.
That's not X-Force, though. I'm kidding.
See, that's the peg you should have gotten on the base, the bottom.
Right? He's got that long-ass neck.
You put in the work. Little striations. Look at that. Bam.
Right on that booty.
So in the assembly video, it has them putting stuff together first before you put the massive ninjas on. So I don't know if there's anything...
It says to put everything before him.
I mean, it's before you even put it on the wooden base. There was an assembly, like he was putting stuff on the ninjas.
Really?
Huh.
That would be enough. Well, let me pull Wolverine out of there because that's going to be challenging because I got a lot of stuff going on. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me just kind of unbox it. I'll move the box out of the way. I'll show you guys the pieces, and then we'll figure out the rest of that. But yeah, there are a bunch of ninja parts everywhere. Here's his boots.
Yeah, be right back.
Cool. Like the surface detail on the leather. It's neat.
Yeah. I like the blues mixed in kind of with the blacks with the paints and everything.
Yeah.
Like that. Really.
I always value when they add a little bit of like, I don't know, it's called like ambient occlusion, but when you add like a little bit of darkening and stuff to kind of accentuate the muscles and stuff, or give yourself a little bit of depth. Oh, that's good.
Here's some ninja legs. Pretty much the same, just different pose. Put the style of foot. Hold on a second. The other one's pretty much the same. It's like Jarhead said, it's like putting these pieces on. And where would they go? That looks like an arm.
I was asking you, are those magnetic as well too? Do you know?
I don't know.
So on the pieces too, there's numbers. So you got to match up the numbers to.
Oh yeah, 4 or 5, but it's like finding where the numbers are because okay, that says 15. Well, that's helpful, but it's hard to tell. 16. Well, I'll just keep going and try to figure it out, and then once I'm done with this box, which is pretty much done.
2 days later.
There's his mask, where I'm sure it goes over the neck because he's got it off. So
okay.
Get it closer.
Yeah.
So I'll set this aside as well. Let's see what else is on this bottom box. That's it. Then I'll move to the next. There's so many pieces of this thing.
So Roger, So Jimmy continued. What he would be looking for Iron Man is for like pieces. He would like switch out shield, Infinity Gauntlet, blade. Would not be moving post, but would love the museum look.
Museum look. He's got the gauntlet. He's got the shield. He's holding the shield, or is the shield just like an Easter egg on the bottom?
There's your question, Jimmy. This is the artist starting to think here.
We're brainstorming now. This is fun.
Yeah. So, Jarhead, Roger, while he's in that, so my big thing with the reason why I was considering the dog alien over even other types of aliens, because I can't say it's like it was an alien design I really liked, but obviously you have the big chap or even the warrior aliens, or there's been comic aliens like the big tusk that the quarter scale that was put out by Prime One. The reason I really like that XL dog alien is, unlike Sauron, the dog alien was big, but it wasn't a massive alien. It wasn't even the same size as the like regular warrior aliens or something. It was smaller than they were. So being they did such a big statue of him, if you really look at it, they had to do so much more detail into the body and the style and everything, because it was a little bit smaller alien. So the detail, he wants to switch out on either hands.
Okay.
But on the statue, they had to do a lot more detail to the body and everything to bring it to life. The detail in that statue is just amazing. Now, the switch outs that Jimmy said he's going to send a picture, but he wanted it like on the hands.
All right. Hey, you've got me on Facebook too. Send me on there too.
Yeah. So since we started, William, we also just had join in chat Juan. Hey, thank you very much for joining us today. And we had Atticus join us as well. Hey, Atticus, if you are joining us right now,
Atticus.
Mr. William is getting a nice workout and trying to figure.
So I got the here.
You got it.
They are a little bit magnetic. This one's a little loose, but no biggie. This one's, they're all kind of loose, but they're touching the ground. So I got the feet in. I'll start grabbing out the arms and stuff and working from there. Jarhead, thanks for the help.
Yeah, no problem.
Is there anything I'm missing? Let me know.
Well, I can just say here, everybody, if you're joining us in chat, this is William doing a first-person demonstration of the joys of doing custom statue Rubik's Cube assembly.
Ah, there it is.
Yep, we're going to see some of the man nipple before you know. Oh, dude, I like wait, real quick, William. Yeah, could you just slowly, as you're doing, just to maybe see some of a little bit better the blood paints on the hand. I just want to see. Yeah. Okay. Do you like how do you guys like the
that's with spatter
paint and stuff there with the spatter?
Yeah, I like the spatter. It's good.
And it's on the other side, right? Too. A little, yeah. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you William just like William.
No, you're good.
I just thought that seeing the blood splattering, since as you guys know, you can get blood splatters on Prime One now for like $600. Best blood money, best paint blood money you can buy.
And snow.
Or snow. I was like, and just so you know, on Prime One for the dog alien, which is in the middle of like a giant forge, you can get snow effect on your dog alien on Furiona. I almost was like,
the only bad part about this is like some of the arms are upside down, so it's like I can't tell the number. It's like,
how many pieces are there you're having to attach what looks like it's like ninja pieces?
No ninjas, just the arms. There was three.
I mean body parts of the ninjas you're having to
attach.
It
was 3 legs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 arms.
13?
10 arms.
Wow.
That's a pretty big piece just to get the quote throne put together.
And what's up, real quick, what's up, Freddie? Thanks for joining, bro.
Oh, it's Freddie now?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Freddie.
Glad to be here. Made it just in time.
Yeah. Well, somewhat in time, but yeah, you did.
I mean, just in time to watch William sweat.
I mean, they already been doing that already for the last like 30 minutes. Almost.
Yeah, just, 12. Jesus Christ.
Juan joined the channel. Man, what's up, man? Good to see you always. Atticus as well. Or to see you.
Atticus was beloved, with the Bayformers, like 100 pieces.
Legos.
Atticus is responding to because I mentioned that on the that they offer a blood effect for like still for on the alien, the dog alien. So he's like, maybe would they do like green for acid for blood?
No, green paint's too much, man. They already can do that.
Yeah. Blood effect is Beloved corrected me. It's $500 for blood effect.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And I wouldn't be ordering from Prime One anyway because I don't want to pay that high of shipping.
No, it's ridiculous.
Ooh, yeah, I like those blood spatters. That really, and to I think help show the violence that these guys kind of had here.
I'm not the biggest X-Men comic reader. Does Wolverine kill in comics?
Oh yeah,
mercilessly.
He
kills
like,
for sure.
Asking that question, like, does Magneto control metal?
No, because he's an X-Men, so like none of them really kill.
Dude,
no, you get it wrong. He's an X-Man.
No, Marcos, you're forgetting the thing is that recent X-Men, like the Krakoan era, would gleefully murder people.
Yeah,
like just murder them, and they would be laughing while doing it. That's why everybody said they're villains.
Why is he considered a hero in comics?
Well, that's the point. The X-Men have not acted like heroes. They've acted.
Punisher's considered a hero too, right?
Yeah.
No.
Punisher,
he's an anti-hero.
No,
Punisher is an anti-hero.
You can put him as you can call him an anti-hero, but the hero word is still in there.
He's a hero.
I mean, Captain America kills. I mean, that's the Marvel kills people.
Yeah.
He just makes sure they stay down.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, the thing is, modern X-Men has just outright murdered people horribly. Like Kitty Pryde was pulling guys in.
And dude, Kitty Pryde went full on massacre at the end of the Krakoa era. Like she went full.
Yeah. I know that's why I didn't like them where they were like murdering.
Where's that hand going? Right.
It's like underneath the base.
I was up a butt there for a second. It was
plugs in right in there.
But let's be honest, that is kind of annoying that Magneto has not got killed at that point then, because he's a mass murderer. If there's one person the X-Men should kill, is that guy.
No way, dude.
You can say what you want. He's a mass murderer. He's a racist. I like him as a character, but if they got to kill somebody, kill him.
He's a product of his upbringing, right? I mean, like,
I get
Magneto's complex. You can't just label him just like a murderer and stuff, man. Like, he's got a complex background.
I get it. No, I like the character. I'm just saying, if the X-Men are killing people like Lane, all you guys are saying, number one guy should probably be him.
You make it seem like he was easy to kill. Like, oh man, you should just end him like yesterday.
Good luck with that.
He has been put in prison multiple times, has he not?
Yeah, to contain the guy. But you mean like walk him down an aisle to execute him? That's not going to happen, really.
I mean that he hasn't been locked up in like forever.
I know he's on the island.
I mean, in the Krakoa era, he was basically like mutant messiah.
Yeah, no.
That's why the Krakoa era kind of sucked though too. Majorly sucked.
I don't know, man. I there were a lot of aspects of it that I did like. It actually revitalized my interest in the X-Men. Now that said though, I was a big fan of the execution of it through Hickman's start.
And then
after Hickman exited, I think they mishandled a lot of the story arcs and a lot of the plot threads. And unfortunately, I think it ended on a bit of a whimper.
Did you read that Mutant Menace miniseries? The one, I forget the Mutant Menace miniseries or something, or X-Corp? Man, bro, those were some of the worst comics I think I've ever read in the history of ever.
That's some bullshit.
No, dude, they were so effing terrible. Like there were a couple times I won't read X-Men anymore.
Wow.
I would say this: Zack Snyder has written some comics books, so probably can't be the worst.
Well, no, I can't say that they're worst because I can't say that.
What's coming back to that, Marcos? Eventually, was going to come back to that at some point. You're going to plug it.
It's in the name. It's on my name tag, man.
I know. I can't call him the worst ever because the Draco by Chuck Austin still does exist. And I think that is my least favorite story.
Oh, that said, have you guys read any recent stuff lately? Like, have you guys?
I tried. I tried to read Dazzler. That is
read
the
manga.
Read
manga.
Tennis.
Did you read Blood Hunt at all? Nobody read that?
I read like 18 of the 60 some odd issues of stuff they put out.
Yeah. Okay. So have you read Doom above all, or was it a world of? Or was it called?
No, the world. World under Doom just started. I read the first issue of the Max series that just started.
Read that first issue, man. It's just pretty nuts. I actually liked it quite a bit.
Real quick, I thought it was. Sorry, go ahead, Marcos.
So I got a break.
Okay.
Oh no!
Hands, and it's missing. So it's his thumb.
Oh.
Well, that's statue accurate. You know, he cut off his thumb.
I was like, put some blood splatter. Oh, no, that's how it is.
That sucks, though, man.
Yeah, if
Sorry, man. That sucks.
I don't know, but if someone can confirm that one of the ninja hands has a missing thumb, then it's part of it. If not, someone owes me an Xbox version. I'm just saying.
No, that looks like a break, though.
Maybe he was born that way. That's kind of not nice.
You know, I'm not going to talk bad about the handicap, so I'm just going to leave it as is.
Yeah, definitely looks like a break.
Don't need to get. Do not need to get.
But I don't. There is like a little piece in here, but I don't actually see the thumb. So
did you check to see if it's up one of the ninjas' arse?
Once I put this finger or a hand on there, then I don't know. But it's just trying to find out where the hell they go. Because some of these, okay, his arm's going out. That might be it, right? No. Just want to thank the commissioner for sending this to me or the factory, but I really don't appreciate all this BS that I got to do to get it together.
This is the first time ever I've seen actually base that's harder to put together. It's going to take longer than the actual statue.
Well, it looks like you're having a lot of fun.
I'm getting there. Yeah, I love to sweat. You know, I just like to sit here and sweat. Where's the? There we go.
Yep. Oh, but real quick, what I want to say, Dennis, thanks for joining, man. Have no more space, Dennis. Time to break down that wall, baby. Time to break down that wall.
Yep.
Connect 2 rooms. You know, just it's time to do it, man.
I told everybody. You ain't got space. Take down the wall.
Take down or bathrooms. Bathrooms now, right? We all know. Put in the shower.
Yeah, and especially if you have multiple bathrooms. Come on, you know you don't use all the bathrooms. Some of them's just decorated.
Just get a bigger house, a bunch of scrubs. Golly.
No. I know some that made that mistake, and they're like, no more bigger house. Just take down some walls.
Yeah, take down some walls, baby. And then who else? Atticus said they needed it for a fingerprint. LOL. Melvin, battle damage ready. There we go. That's what I'm saying. It's part of the statue now. You know, broken thumb, Wolverine chopped them up.
It helps give it more character.
Yeah, there we go.
Now you've got like 1 of 30. There's not another one out there like this one at all.
Exactly. It
super
was
exclusive.
I love that you were unaware of that you were going to have. So
yeah. But back to the comics I've read recently, the new ones. I actually read I'm still reading the Nightwing. It just finished, I know that, but the Nightwing run by Tom Taylor. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, that ended like back in September. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the omnibus to get the hardcover omnibus. I'm gonna get that. But I love the artwork in it. It's one of my favorite Nightwing looks of all time.
Speaking of, I was gonna tell you guys, for any comic collectors, coming next month is supposed to be keeping your eyes up for the Green Lantern Sinestro Corps War Absolute Edition is coming. That's gonna collect.
Oh yeah.
That is my favorite comic storyline of all time. I love the Sinestro.
Is it the Giga Chad Hal Jordan, or is it is it John Stewart?
No, it's Hal Jordan. That was Jeff Johns, like the beginning of his whole Sinestro Corps War is what started setting in motion like Blackest Night and everything. Sinestro Corps War is the storyline that made Sinestro my favorite bad guy other than Darkseid for DC. Like
better than
Joker,
huh?
Oh yeah. Sinestro has been such an amazingly written villain for the most part. I mean, I mostly remember the pink, big-headed guy from Challenge of the Super Friends back when I was a little kid. Way back then with the Legion of Doom.
You know, I thought they did an amazing job casting Mark Strong as Sinestro, and they wasted it so badly.
They wasted everything in that movie.
Yeah, it's true. The whole thing's a waste. But like when I remember like what was it? It must have been like 14 years now, and I read they cast Mark Strong. I was like, oh shit, that's great. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm so happy that movie failed because we got Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds.
Well, the only thing that worked out for anybody is that's how Ryan Reynolds met his wife. He's like, I gotta go date her.
Yeah, that's true.
Paris. That's the one thing that I was like, that's kind of big win, Ryan, because you probably got.
Well, he cheated on prime Scarlett Johansson at that time, so like that's a little like. Like
I always think about that. Like, what happened there? Like, how do you?
She was prime. That was prime before the boob deflation she did on herself and everything. Like she was.
How do you mess up the marriage? Or maybe it was her. We don't know. But I'm just saying, like a failed marriage to Scarlett Johansson.
That's coming out on her right now. She's like Amber Heard crazy. So maybe he messed up. Who knows? He's a little bit crazy too. It looks like too. But I love him as Deadpool. I don't give a shit.
If you're living in Hollywood, you're driven a little insane.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
I mean, that's just the history of that place over like.
I don't know. I feel like the smarter ones end up leaving and living somewhere else, right? Like
Matthew McConaughey moved to a smart area.
Move back home to Austin. You got Sandra Bullock in Austin. Like you have what Clooney just flat out left to go live in Italy or France, wherever he's at now. So
he's a nutcase though himself. So
is he?
He's a little nutcase. He might be in those Diddy files. I think they said or
what?
Yeah, he's connected like that. Him and Barack are always gone.
I think Okay, so we do have the base put together now, and now we're at the point where Wolverine can start going.
Let's see the bull.
We can start seeing his 15 different switch outs over the next.
Whoa!
Chill, dude, chill.
Oh, I forgot I was on stream. My bad. All right, here's one of the gloves.
Oh, I love the damage on the glove.
Yeah, that's nice. That actually looks really good. Yeah, I really like the tears in the cloth. That looks really good.
Yeah, it wouldn't make that much sense if he was all preen and pristine.
Perfect, right?
Yeah. God damn, got some veins on him, huh? It's got to get sweaty under the superhero outfits, right? It's got to be a little sweaty.
No, they probably all smell like shit, right? I mean, all of them.
They go back-to-back nights, too, sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, Blade probably smells like shit all the time, dude.
The only one that doesn't smell like shit is
he's wearing that same leather bullshit every night. Come on, man.
Iron Man, metal, so he's fine.
Oh, dude, Iron Man, I'm pretty sure has built-in Febreze or something like that. Shit.
So this one was the cigar one. I'll find the cigar. This one right here is just the claws. There should be one more.
Little cigar. I like that.
Yeah, let me get his boots in, if it'll go in, because I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Robert and Freddie, have you guys been reading any comics lately, though? Back from that little subject.
Come on, you can spell right from left.
I try and keep up with stuff.
No, it's just the way the keyways are. It just doesn't. It's not making sense. I don't know if I got to take a. That's so odd.
There's something that holds it up on the base, maybe? I don't know. Like you put it in and it kind of holds it up, or no?
That's a short peg, by the way.
It's very short.
Is it magnetic?
It doesn't look like it.
No. Let me grab another leg. I know I got another leg in here somewhere. There it is.
So now we're at regenerative legs now.
There we go. That one fit. So this one's got to go in there, but maybe I got to get the hand out of there. It's just, or I got to pull the whole body out. Okay, wait.
Oh, maybe does a hand seal it in, or no? I guess. No.
Okay, so it doesn't go in all the way, and then he's like, I'll get close, but here, let me turn it. So the leg comes in, but it's in the way of letting the hand peg all the way. It's like literally in the way. So if I pull that off, the hand goes in all the way.
But not the leg.
The leg doesn't. It's like he says, like the peg's a little short. So it's like, maybe I do got to heat this up, like they were saying, heat it up and maybe bend it back without breaking.
the material, does it feel like? So I know they sometimes blend like polystone with a little bit of PVC, and it feels a little bit softer. Does it feel like that?
I mean, it's resin. I don't know. It's not. No, it's not PVC. It's resin.
Yeah.
So on the pictures I see, the fin is actually going through the fingers on that one particular hand.
Oh.
Went through the fingers.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense because this is how's it going through the fingers?
Well, it's kind of the hand is kind of sitting on the leg.
Interesting.
You gotta probably do it at the same time, like put it in and like put it at the same time, kind of like that, I guess.
No.
I don't know. Maybe it's a bad angle that I'm looking at the pictures at.
But real quick, Michael Reyes, what's up, bro?
Hey, Michael.
And I am a new believer in J&D. I worship the mantle of J&D. I'm on my knees for J&D now, so I love J&D.
Oh boy.
After one pre-order, that's all it is. I have one pre-order from them. But yeah. Jarhead and Roger, if you guys don't know, I'm literally the #1 J&D hater on the internet, probably before that pre-order of the Guts J&D. So that's the joke. Freddie knows and Lane knows about that.
All I know is I heard you singing the other day is just I am the J&D man.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Can't feel nothing but that J&D feeling.
Anybody here collect J&D or no? I know Lane and Freddie.
Yeah, I bought pieces. Yeah, we bought pieces for him.
Mm-hmm.
But you may have picked up one of the most grade A pieces.
Yeah.
That they will we're talking like 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Like looking back, like, hey, for the first 10 years of J&D or something, your piece, that Guts, where I'm not going to say it necessarily because it's not like, they're mostly known for quote screen accurate or whatever, like of actual people and actors.
Especially animated. What they're saying is they're doing like a realistic interpretation of the characters. That's what they say.
Kind of like what Hot Toys has done, like when they've done Clone Wars characters from the Star Wars animated series, like the clones, or they did Anakin.
Well, they have at least the clones.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wasn't pegged in properly, so I started wiggling it, and it gave enough space for the legs not to fall. So that was
excellent.
There we go.
Great.
Crisis averted.
The old wiggle in and deep.
Wiggle, jiggle.
No classic custom piece.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's, not sure. There's some smaller parts here. I'll grab like a feather, a hair bun. Probably goes somewhere on one of these ninjas. I don't think Wolverine has.
I don't know. Maybe this is a Japanese Wolverine. Maybe he sported one over there for a little while. I don't know.
Here's a stogie. It's got a stogie right there.
That's a good looking stogie.
It looks like a big old dump. I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I knew someone was gonna say it. I'm glad it was you.
Looks good though. I love the cigarette. My gosh, the cigar look though on Wolverine. It's pretty classic for him.
I dare you to paint it white and make it a big doobie.
Doobie. I don't know why he's sitting it so far. There is something I see here that I don't like, but other than that, it's trying to figure out all this other stuff. Here's
oh, it's the lit part.
Yeah, it might be
That does light up, by the way.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought you were joking.
I was watching video on it.
Oh shit!
No shit.
You press it down.
You always find a way.
And Jimmy said, "This is damn. This is cool." Said,
oh wow! No shit! Look at that.
All right, let me get this off.
Where's the battery? What is that?
Dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Nice.
I like that.
That is cool,
dude. What is lighting that up? Where's the battery at for that?
Magic.
Yeah.
A wish and a prayer.
And can you replace that
magic.
ever?
Probably
no, I'm not worried about replacing it ever because then you just never use it. You don't got to worry about replacing it.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Okay.
That's pretty sick.
Feather.
A little arrow.
The arrow.
Right in his
I gotta have,
ass.
It goes in his shoulder somewhere.
I gotta. Oh yeah, there it is. I gotta keep bringing Jarhead in because he's like helping me a lot with this.
You would have never known that lit up.
No, Ninja Star. Where's the Ninja Star go?
There's one that goes in his leg.
Yeah,
yep. And one in his shoulder.
Well, I got the arrow on his shoulder. Or is that a ninja? Because I only got one.
There's another spot on his shoulder.
Right or left?
I
got the arrow on the left arm and a Ninja Star on the left leg.
See, I'm looking at the X-Force one because that's the only video they did, and it's a little bit the costume's different, so it's kind of
I think that's how it goes. I don't have smaller pieces, so I do need. I am missing the blades though, so let me try to.
But Tommy F said JD did White Bear for One Piece. It's realistic take. So yeah, I've seen that piece. Everybody wanted me to get that piece because I'm a huge One Piece fan. It's just so weird to me. Like One Piece it's very cartoonish anime. I love it to death. But if there's one anime that the piece looks actually really good, but if there's one anime that does not need to be realistic, that's probably the one. It's just too out there for that. But it sold out, so it did well for them. So they don't give a shit. I don't know if you guys seen that piece, the J&D Whitebeard. It's a different piece. I would say that. It's all silicone.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Huh?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I'm gonna show you guys this one. This is what feels metal, but not sure.
That's cool. Oh yeah. Is it heavy? Like, do you think it will stay on there on the claws and everything?
There's
Oh god, look at that.
Well, we'll find out once
metal. The claws are metal too, right? You said.
It feels like it.
That's a lot of weight then on just simple little pegs, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't break, but that laugh wasn't the best laugh ever. So.
When you said if it doesn't break, it's where I giggled because this is not easy to put in.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay. So, well, I guess that works.
Do you think over time it'll be good in there or what?
Yeah, it'll be good.
Okay, cool.
It's just like that. The blade did slide in and out, one of them, for me to be able to put in that peg, but one of these didn't. So it's like, I wouldn't use this one anyways. Oh, there it goes.
You don't like that?
I prefer the cigar one.
Yeah, me too.
I like this one though too a lot. This is cool.
See, it's trying to get that pegged in all the way. That one was all right.
My gosh.
Yeah,
I like it. I'd also go with the cigar because you got enough bodies already. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's redundant to have a.
Well, we could say that he lost this arm and it fell with the head on it, and then he grew the other one and just grabbed the cigar.
Sure, why not?
Don't kill my dreams, Roger. All right, here's the first portrait.
Adamantium school.
Well, he's got those Tom Hardy lips.
Whoa! You look at Tom Hardy's lips pretty closely, huh?
I mean, he is kind of dreamy, right? I mean, shit.
Yeah. You know, he kind of does have it, though. I'm not gonna lie.
See, shut up.
I don't think I should be weirded out that y'all know what his lips look like exactly.
Dude, that's his thing. Dude, I look at faces all damn day, dude. Okay, this is what I do. I look at people.
Man faces, right, Roger? Man faces.
I ain't looking at lips like that.
Roger. Just got
everything is reference.
It's for science, right, Roger? Dude, this looks like.
Nah, you're Roger. You're an artist, so I'll let you slide. You're an artist, so.
Slide? Come on, Freddie.
Nah, not you.
Come on now.
Hey, you can be like, I work in the medical field. Okay.
Hey, we all got a man crush, right? Use it for me.
Hey, in my other life, I would have been a really good plastic surgeon, I think.
All right, so I think with these without the mask, just gonna place that over the top, and it just kind of sits in there. You guys probably won't be able to see it, but I will bring the camera up close, and then you'll see that the mask hangs there for the maskless portrait, obviously. So I'm just gonna set. Ooh, almost lost that one. I'm gonna set that there. Put that one there. All right, here's the other non-damaged portrait with the mask.
Gotta have damage, though. Gotta have damage.
The only thing is, like, he's looking down, so I feel like I gotta display him up high on some of it, like specific one. I'm not sure which one will be my favorite, but we'll place him here. Man, there's so many swap outs. This one right here is a damaged one. I know Mark was talking about damage.
Yeah, it just matches the whole statue. You know, his suit's all banged up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
wow, that was good.
Everybody's reaction was exactly what same as me. Gives him more story to it, you know.
Sure. On the areas that are like through the skin, is that like, does it have like a reflective surface? Like, are we seeing the adamantium skeleton or skull, whatever?
Yeah, there's a little reflective.
That's cool.
Yes, there is.
Honestly, I'll probably go with the unmasked battle damage one.
Battle damage.
Yeah, unmasked though.
That's good.
You just got some veneers. That shit.
Mm-hmm. He brushes his teeth.
Okay, that going.
You're not missing any of these portraits though. They did a really good job on the portraits.
Yeah. Yeah. He does look like he's taking a shit though, right there, right? Like with the teeth, like grimacing.
Is that different from the first one we saw?
I was gonna say, what's the difference between this one and the other mask when it's on?
I think it's if I remember correctly, it states which one is which. Like one's like a Jim Lee portrait, the other one's
okay, gotcha.
And then two of them are the artist interpretation. I think Caleb is the one that sculpted this. So two are artist interpretation. I can't remember which one.
This is a Caleb piece. Okay, cool.
And some of the fins, some are longer than the others. Shapes are a little bit different, so it must be a certain type of Wolverine. Like this one's gives me the Marvel vs. Capcom vibe.
Nice.
Like that piece is very, very big. See that?
Swiss cheese. Classic game.
And I got one more after this.
My gosh.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Crazy.
That one.
I wish all my pieces were like that. 10 heads. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. Shit, that Harley Hugh Lads we were talking about earlier has like what 6 or 7 lanes. I think Lane might be out here.
Unlike some of y'all, I'd actually swap my heads out because I know y'all just throw them in a box and forget it.
All right.
Box it up, baby.
Nah.
All right, guys. That is it.
Finito. Finally. Take
We
a
are
deep
done.
breath, Will. I love it.
I should have brought a drink. I didn't bring a drink. I didn't think I was going to sweat this much. But we're already up in an hour, and I appreciate you guys giving me the time to do this. So for those that want to know how long it took an hour, and only because Jarhead gave me a hand, because I would still be stuck on this thing. So,
yeah.
All right.
That is so many Wolverine sculpts, man.
No problem.
So many.
Let me move some of these to the side here. Actually, I will get up and see if I get my camera close to it. And then we have this. Honestly, like my opinion, First off, I don't think it needed the arm swap out. Maybe one with the cigar, one with just claws. I don't think the ninja head needed to be there, or just swap out the cigar and put claws if you just wanted claws. I don't think the other arm was a necessity with the head, personally. So I'm gonna pull my camera off. Hopefully I don't lose connection. We'll get a good close up. Let me grab some lighting here, and I'll get to it. Let's see. All right. Is that good? Is that too bright? We good? Maybe
it's pretty bright. I'll say
pretty bright. I turned it down just there we go.
That's better.
That's good.
Okay. All right. Get some close up here. Screw this. That out of the way. So you got all your portraits.
All right, so now you got me thinking about it. An actual movie, would Tom Hardy actually be good casting for Wolverine? His height and everything.
Into that before, but yeah, I don't know.
He would have been a good one if he was younger and he wanted to do it back in the day.
I mean, he's still pretty much, I think, in decent shape. I mean, I don't necessarily know now per se, but and his height, as far as what Wolverine's supposed to be.
That's Wolverine, yeah. I think what's his name would be a good one too. I know they're talking about him for Cyclops with Taron Egerton.
Yeah, same. I think that'd be a good one.
But they want him as Cyclops, it seems like.
Really? Huh.
Which is not bad either. Yeah, that's a rumor because he interviewed with them. He said a long time ago, and he said it was for. He basically said it wasn't for Wolverine. He kind of hinted towards it was Cyclops.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it would be better Wolverine though. But it's Hugh Jackman now for 10 more years for Marvel.
Yeah, he's gonna do it till he's 90.
Yeah, 90. That's what I'm about to say.
That was the joke, right?
Up, steroids.
Wow.
Dude, keep feeding that guy.
If they're gonna pay him, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, keep feeding him chicken and brown rice from here to forever.
And steroids.
That's all it was, right? Just chicken and brown rice.
Yeah. And steroids. Yes. I got you.
I love the pile of ninjas concept. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Like I've seen between this piece and then there's the Mystique one with her on top of all the bodies. I see these pieces and I'm like, shit, what a nightmare. I don't know how I would make heads or tails positioning and nice shot. Positioning and like and putting all the bodies to make sure it all makes sense, right? So I'm not pulling any like comic book logic by making any bodies. It's like you can see the pieces. You can see where the arms and the legs are at. So it's got to make sense from a 3D standpoint, right? So yeah, it looks like a nightmare to me. Kudos to having that all make sense.
All right, that is your close up.
Shit ton of portraits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an extreme amount of portraits. How's the angle still good? We good? Okay, good. Yeah. Well, there you have it. Let me go ahead and take the brightness off the things that's blinding me. Wolverine on Ninja Throne. Rating to put it together was like a 5 and a pain in the ass because I didn't watch anything and I had some help. But the good thing I do like that it was numbered, so even if I didn't have the help, I try to figure it out or go online in any case. But that's the whole point of the live unboxings, is so I can look like an idiot and sweat. So we're good with that. I do like the base. I wish the boards were a little bit more higher, one higher than the other one, kind of give a little more depth and stuff. The pegging system on the base is kind of weird, and it's very small. I think I'd prefer if the peg was like really large, so you just set it in there and you're okay, but it's just this tiny little piece. So that was annoying. I think the textures and everything, even the blood on the ninjas and on their hand were applied very well. I do like the way that looks. Some of the pieces I have that have blood didn't look like it was really blood, and like that Logan we did the unboxing of, the blood could have been a little bit better. This was fairly good. The ninja's eyes, they look like they're just like black or dead. Not sure what the point there was, but it's still good. I'm missing a thumb on one of the hands, so I just need to figure out if that was the actual break, or they broke it in factory and paint it, or it's just every piece is like that. So if you have this piece and you got one of the hands missing a thumb, then I'm guessing it's normal. I like the paint job and the texture on Wolverine on both of the text. Like the far end where his lats are is a different texture than the suit in the middle. I like the damage on the armor, on the shoulder pads. Roger did say, and I do like the tears also on the gloves. And the light up, I would have never known the light up unless I watched the videos. Thank you again, Jarhead. That's pretty cool. I do like that light up. In terms of portrait, I don't like any of the unmasked portrait. He looks like he got injected with a lot of Botox and lip fillers. It just does not look right. So I'm gonna skip that one. I do like the Marvel vs. Capcom look, not the smiley one. I do actually like this more serious one, but I'm gonna go with Marcos on the damaged. It's just I
think that's my favorite too.
I think the damage really makes it work. All these other portraits are not a necessity. I don't see myself switching the portrait. I tend to pick the one I like the most and just keep it. Obviously, price-wise is a decent price. It was a good price. And the paint and the shading look really good. I kind of wish Jeffrey were here. He'd probably get a little bit more in detail in terms of the painting. The sculpt looks great. Like everything, I really like everything about his anatomy. The hands may be a little too big, but fractional. It's not like crazy too big, but it looks a little too big. Other than that, I'd probably give this piece like a 9.2, and only a 9.2 because it was a pain in the ass, and it was super heavy. Concept's a 10 out of 10. I love it. I'm there with FBJ in terms of concept. I like all the dead ninjas and stuff. I'm not a throne piece guy, but I picked this up because I just like everything in terms of the concept. So yeah, that's where my vote is. Like I said, this right here was not a necessity, the ninja head and the claw, but it would have been nice if you could have the claw and the cigar. That would have been cool. But yeah, like a 9.2, I think I'm gonna give it. Marcos, what do you think?
So there's some for me, there's some QC issues, obviously, like putting it together, it took a while. Obviously with custom, you don't really get like an instruction guide either, which doesn't help as well. But obviously videos help, like Robert was doing. For me, I think the paint job overall is very good. The blood kind of reminds me of that bright red blood though of the man bat I got, the custom. It's like, it's not like, could they have done better probably, but it doesn't look bad or anything. For me, I love the concept. I love that you can have like so many swap outs with the heads, like I actually like the ninja on the claws, but you guys said it best. Like there's already enough ninjas dead. Like you don't need another one claws. The cigar let up was awesome. I like that. I don't know. Maybe like it would have been a lot more expensive too, but it would have been cool if you could have got like all. I don't know if there was a version where you could get like all three versions, because there was a yellow and blue. There's an X-Force, and then you said there was a brown one too, right, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool if you could have got like a super deluxe edition. It probably would have been expensive, but like get all three Wolverines. You can switch out whatever one you want. I don't know if they did that. If they did, I'm wrong. For me, I'm probably gonna give it an 8.9 just because of the difficulty to put it together and some QC issues. But overall, the concept, like I said, is amazing. I like throne pieces. I do. I'm one of the suckers that like love a throne piece.
Even Superman on throne.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. The only character that should not be on throne is that motherfucker.
Good job, Freddie. Good job, Freddie. That was good.
Freddie's just making sure we're keeping it real. That's all.
But keeping it real goes wrong, right?
Surprised Marcos didn't say, "Well, you got to be bringing up old shit."
That's every show.
We're just making sure that we're clear on everything. That's all.
But
Real quick, Marco. I'm looking. The one that's missing the thumb. I think they shorten it because his hand is like touching the floor, and I think if you had the thumb, it wouldn't let peg in, so they shorten it. So it's like sitting there on the floor, kind of like this. I think it's supposed to be like that. So just thought I'd let you know.
Said my score 8.9, or I believe I said that right.
Yeah.
Well, if I didn't say 8.9 was my score, good piece. I love the concept. You get a shit ton of fucking swap outs. Love the cigar. Paint job could be a little bit better. Not like it's nothing like crazy, like bad or anything, but good piece, man. I'm glad you got it.
Jarhead, what do you think?
So I dig the piece. I wish you would have got the extra one because I dig that one a little more better too. Because it's the contrast with the black and silver suit that he has with the red ninjas.
Yeah.
I definitely like that, and to me it looked a little better. But I think they overdid it with the cuts on the
ninjas.
It should have been 1,000 little cuts. It should have just been like a few slashes here and there. And like you said, the portraits, the unmasked portraits, they're okay. I would definitely have the one that you have on there. And keep it that way because it matches the statue more. Sure. It's a dope statue. Just those little nitpicks here and there,
Roger, what do you think? You're the professional. What's up?
I'm so glad Jarhead and Marcos both said things that stuck out to me, and I didn't want to be the only one to bring it up, but I'm gonna go with a 7.5 out of 10, and just around that range. Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
And he's a professional. That's why he's a professional. Just
hear me out. Well, first off, nothing will get it. It's really rare that I'd ever give a 10. But like from an execution standpoint, a 3D execution standpoint, there's a lot going on that I do like about it. I do have an issue with 1,000 paper cuts. I see Wolverine as a slasher, not as a stabber, and it looks like he literally like stabbed the living shit out of everybody really fast. But again, like it's a nitpicky thing. But if I would see more slashes, and we'd also see a lot more exposed pieces, right? We would see a lot more exposed anatomy. It'd probably be like even more grotesque if he had a lot more slashes. I know that's just like a 3D execution thing. It's a nitpicky thing. As far as like the execution of putting the base assembly, I do think it's really questionable to make such a small single peg or a massive piece like that going into. I would imagine at least 2 possibly thick pegs to go into that to make sure that doesn't ever slide off the tops, considering it's a completely flat base.
Right.
Anybody would bump into that. I mean, obviously you would hope not, but if anybody bumps into that, depending on that little single peg to like keep that entire top part from sliding off that completely flat, slick surface of the base, that makes me a little I guess question as far as the execution on the 3D printing side.
Right.
I do think I like me some swap outs, but I do feel like there's at least 3 heads too many. So at least 3 heads. I definitely do like the one you're using right now. That's the one I would have gone with for sure. Again, like I said, it's a preference as far as like head swaps. I do like to swap out heads every now and then. For whatever my variant pieces are, I do keep them out. I don't like putting them up in boxes, so I like being able to have them to swap out every now and then. It just depends on how I feel. Like, you know what? I'm kind of feeling like this head or this head, and I'll change it up every now and then. I like seeing Wolverine's claws out. That said, though, I do like the cigar. The cigar is a good touch, but I think I would have liked a swap out for the left hand to have the claws out. Him sitting there relaxed with a relaxed head.
Hold on.
What? Do we got that?
Oh.
But I want to have a cigar and I want to have his claws out with the left hand. So if his left hand had the claws out at a relaxed state, it'd be cool. And I'd have the cigar. That's all I'm saying. Is like I think it'd be cool to have the swap out for a left hand too.
I just remember noticing that the claws didn't move. I'm like, I wonder if I can pull the head off. and yeah, I pull the head off. So you got the claws, but you're right. I would have liked to see maybe taking off the pegs from this one and then putting the claws on it. That way you have the cigar and the peg. But
yeah,
you know,
I'm cool with I like having the glowy cigar on the right hand. It'd be cool to have had the left hand also have the claws out as well too. But like I said, these are nitpicky things. I think another thing Marco said too on the paint application. I think I would have liked to see a little bit more variation of blood splattering as far as the color and values. Everything looks to have like a pretty set value of red color, whereas like dry blood and fresh blood have different applications as far as realism. So like having blood splatter that's darker in certain parts of it as well as fresh blood. Again, like I said, these are like little nitpicky things that I see that aren't like, you know, deal breakers for purchasing and stuff. It's just me. And like I said, that's paint application. That's one thing. Execution in 3D is another. And then like how it's put together in 3D. Again, that's why I'd give it a 7.5. And what you said about the hands being a little too big. I don't mind the hands, the scale, because it also kind of sells Wolverine's height. Because like it being a little bit shorter, I kind of see the idea of his hands and feet sometimes being a little bit larger just to kind of sell him being stocky.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
Yeah. FBJ.
I agree with mostly everything everybody said. I'm gonna give it a 9, and I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna give you negatives first and the positives. Negative, first of all, I agree with Jarhead with the slashes, and I think Roger said the same thing. Slashes, the cuts, I think there's too many. And you know, with all of those slashes and cuts, there should be a lot more blood. And I'm a sucker for, you know, these fights and stuff. And if blood is warranted and, you know, bite marks, and you got to give me some blood. Don't be stingy. All this, man, there should be a pool of blood on that floor leaking, coming down on that base at least. You know, I know you can do this stuff yourself. You know, I'm sure it's not that difficult to get some kind of paint or ooze if I wanted to and do that. But just for what they gave us, I think there should have been way more blood for all of these cuts, man. I do dislike how hard it was for you to put all the stuff together with the pegging.
Wet. That's
you know. I mean, I get it, you know, but I mean, I don't know if I could have done better. You know, I'm not the engineer, so I don't know. But and I do agree. I didn't see I think I saw the beginning. So what Roger was saying, there is no peg that goes into the base, right? You just put all the ninjas on top.
It's like a little peg, like a little tiny nub. You got like seriously, like as thick as a pencil, and it's like really short. So then you got to try to, you know, aim it, and then there's no telling where you rotate them. I was just assuming I have to have it somewhere in this ballpark area to fit. This ninja's foot sticking out a little bit. So maybe I got to rotate a little more. I don't know. It's just, I just feel like if it was a giant peg, then it would just sit and know exactly where it's going. But it's a round nub. Hey, what's up, collectors in the house, man? Thanks for joining.
All right, I'm super paranoid as a collector when it comes to statues and pieces, things falling. You know, I need that mental security that's not gonna fall. So even if it's just a bigger peg. You know, I don't know how heavy it is. It looks heavy, so I mean, it may not. But
hey, Freddie, it's 68 point something pounds. The whole box. Okay, that's all base because Wolverine wasn't that heavy, but the base, yeah, they're both heavy.
Okay, so maybe they know and they said, hey, it's gonna take a lot to knock it off. So, yeah, that's my only negatives. Unlike Roger, you know, I give me as many swap outs, heads, arms. Pieces, I want it all. You know, I'm coming from, you know, 1/6 collector as well. You know, and statues. I mean, I like to translate that over too. I know there's so many iterations of characters in the comics as far as artists' drawings, and different faces that can give me as many as you could throw in. You know, first of all, give me more than one. Give me an angry. Give me a happy. You know, but if you could throw in the battle damage, the smirking, the different artists, I want it all. dark side. Put everything that you can. So, you know, if there's more that you could think of, throw them in there. So I'm all for that. You know, because when you was doing it, I was like, why not give me 10? But you know, but if you gave me that many heads, if you could have sacrificed some of those heads and gave me some more swap out arm pieces, you know, or hand pieces, you know, I'd have been grateful for that. Those are my negatives. My positive is concept is awesome. I love the base. I love that you have the ninjas, some standing, some bending over, you know. So it's not just they're all on the floor flat down. You can actually see some details. I love the one with the ninjas splattered on the floor. I do love that they give you the cigar. And you get the smirking version. And I like the base. It's simple, you know. I mean, you don't need to do anything crazy with the base. So I love it, you know. So I gave it a 9.
Lane, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't think I can really add being here at the end. I can add anything really beyond what everybody else has already said. For me, it's an 8.5 out of 10. I like it. For the size of it, I don't quite get why they had to make it in such a way it'd be 100 pounds. Because I've seen. Oh, William just said I'm peaced out.
Sorry, I'm good.
Just you got angry.
Love you.
Just put me up there like, hey, there's a black screen. Yeah, so I really don't get why it's 100 pounds. Or well, maybe like 85 for that or something.
Yeah, it's like 70 pounds.
Yeah, for me, honestly, the ninja body throne thing, I think honestly, I find it a little silly. Honestly. I mean, it's the only thing I can see for Wolverine having a throne. But you know, it's not like he's the maestro or something like that. But you know, I like the paint apps and everything. I really like on the hands all the blood apps and everything like that. I actually like the splatter effects that they did. I think that looked pretty good to me. I don't know, just Wolverine is just, even with this, the idea behind this, Wolverine is just not a character like Superman to me. I see sitting on a throne. You know, I just something about it doesn't work for me 100%. I'm always picturing more like Logan in an action pose, like the Colossus and him fastball special that Sideshow did. That to me feels Wolverine than this. I like that they did this as a like kind of a different thing. That's what customs are for. You know, it's not necessarily for a mass audience and stuff like that. Now, are there ones that they do that definitely probably people, if it was a, you know, sometimes characters were done, there would probably be a fairly decent audience that would buy them. My one thing is I didn't love the head sculpts without the mask. I think they look kind of young. Like they maybe because they kept making me think of the anime Wolverine from like 2008, 2009.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Which isn't terrible. I actually like the Wolverine anime, but like, you know, I'm just used to more since this isn't like, you know, based off of live action Logan, like I would think more of a classic, you know, artist interpretation or something like that for the face sculpt, but that it's a little bit too, it feels weird. It feels like you were mentioning anime-y, which doesn't seem to fit necessarily the entire rest of the vibe. Like the entire rest of this feels like classic comic Logan, at least with the look and the costume and everything. But it's not a terrible piece. I think it's an 8.5 out of 10. It's mostly just the concept is not something that for this character, but I also would go for something that's a little bit more action-y kind of look to him or something like that than a
well, I mean, if for a throne piece, it's kind of, it's like after the action-y, you know, with this throne piece.
Yeah.
So
he's sitting back lighting his cigar after slicing the hand to bloody ribbons. The other thing is, I think it may have, just for me, I think it has too many head sculpts. Like,
stop.
I do
stop.
Look at that.
Lane, not coming from you, man.
No,
not coming from you.
I'm just saying because it looks like there's kind of a repeat too much of the same thing was slightly variant. I think you could have done maybe 5.
But Will said that they're probably different from different artists. I'm not a huge, like Marvel, as far as to know every art. So assuming that they're different artists from different runs, that it would make sense, right?
They are. If I could find the image, I'd pop it up. But it literally tells you each. I know 2 of them are Caleb's. One was a Jim Lee. I don't know the other ones. I can't remember what artist it was.
That's just me, though. I think that you can have too many switch outs for a piece. Now, what I think necessarily Wolverine, no, but I mean, I don't know. I looked at the Power Master Optimus Prime, and I think that thing's almost got too many switch outs with it. It's got too many weapons. But it's still a good piece. But for me, it's an 8.5 out of 10.
How many times when y'all have looked for a piece and you were stopped from buying a piece because you didn't like the head sculpt? So if they give you 10 heads, they're like, look, you gonna find a head sculpt on this piece you're gonna like. So if you're not gonna buy this piece, it's not because you didn't find the head sculpt that you wanted.
Honestly, FPJ, I think that you should, if you're going to buy a piece, you should have like the first head sculpt, whatever it is they're going to have on it, because there's a possibility there might just be the one, or you may not be able to afford if there's like a deluxe version with multiple head sculpts.
No, I get it, but you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, you like the piece, but sometimes I'll love a piece and then I can't get with a head sculpt, and I'll just be like, I'm done with this. Yeah, but if they give you multiple options, even if it was the first head sculpt they showed, but they showed me 10 options, and I said, oh, that's the head sculpt. Great, okay, I'm in.
But I think if you're going to buy like $1,000 statue, the first head sculpt should grab you. If that's the only one, that should be the one that you would go with. It should always be that way.
But I disagree. But if they're giving you multiple heads, why should the first head sculpt they show? If there's 10 heads and the first head sculpt they show, I don't like it, why would that stop me from buying a statue if I know that there's 9 other heads available?
I don't know about 10 heads. I don't know about 10
No, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Even if it's 2 or 3, I'm saying.
I mean, I'm just trying to get one, Shit, I don't know what y'all talking about, but 10's a lot.
Hey. Also, I'm all for a fan of Wolverine. Like I said, to me, my favorite Wolverine going against anything. I love ninjas. Wolverine in feudal Japan, Shogun, ninjas. Mm-hmm. That's me. I'm not the general one who's Wolverine and Hulk again. Wolverine and Sentinels again. I'm not knocking on. I love Wolverine, but there's something about Wolverine with his claws, animalistic, just going up against like ninjas and swords. That intrigues me. So
I think that was one of the main complaints that people had about all the movies, right? Like we finally got to see him go berserk on a massive amount of people and stuff, right? Like,
yes.
Like for the first 2 movies, we didn't really. I mean, we got it a little bit in the second movie, but like it wasn't until like Logan, or even like I guess the Wolverine, we got to see him go ham. And yeah.
But Freddie, I will say this though. I get your point though. I'm tired of Wolverine versus Hulk. I'm definitely tired of every X-Men character on Sentinel hand.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
But I will say this though, in custom, I can think of like 3 pieces with ninjas versus Wolverine. So it's kind of overdone in my opinion. Custom wise with Wolverine. There's another piece, I forgot who did it, but for me, I think it's better than this piece. It just looks better in every way. So it's done a lot, though. The ninja.
You're talking about where he's like standing on a mountain of ninjas. I think Titium did
like crouched. I like that one.
Is he like? I think I know what you're talking about.
I would have to say though, for you saying it's done 3 times, and that's a lot compared to Wolverine, Hulk, Wolverine, Sentinels, and all the other stuff. 3 times is not a lot for ninjas. If you can only count 3. Compared to all the other Wolverines verses that we've had, I don't think that's a lot.
I get what you're saying, Bob. You're saying it is done a lot in customs for sure.
3 is not done a lot.
No.
That 3 is not a lot.
More Superman and Batman in customs than anything else. So it's like 3. I mean, it just really depends on the concept. Like if it's just ninjas and Wolverine, it hasn't been done a lot. If you do like feudal Japan Wolverine, I think there's been a good amount of those, but still not even close to Batman and Superman customs. Like those are Wonder Woman's and Catwoman's and stuff. They're just a plethora of those. But But thank you guys for your opinions on this. I think the piece is great. Like I said, I'm not a throne guy, but I got this. I wanted to touch up on a few other things. This one just posted about an hour or so ago, and I want to share this because this is badass. And I want Roger's opinion especially. This thing is super clean. And I'm not the biggest fan, but I might pre-order this. This is fire.
I agree.
Literally, no pun intended.
I just saw this. Yeah, I saw this too.
No pun intended, man. This Ghost Rider, man, if it comes out just as good as these renders right here,
dude, wow.
That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you got to get this.
For those that don't know, the sculptor's name is VHN. Super extremely talented. Man, I think it's one of his best work. He did
He's doing
a
Dakin too, right?
What's that?
He's doing a Dakin too?
Yeah, he did a Dakin. Mr. Miracle he just posted, and this Ghost Rider today was posted. Dude, this is...
Yeah,
I'm going to have to pick this piece up, man. There's just... hopefully it's... I don't know if it's even being made. I'm assuming. But...
It's gotta be getting, yeah. Like this has to be getting made, right?
If this looks good like this without the light up, it's a done deal. It's gonna happen. I gotta pick this piece up. It is so freaking. Look at this thing, man.
Oh, he's double fisting chains.
God, my favorite.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If this gets made, I'm picking this up.
He is straight up double fisting that chain right there.
That's what she said.
The head swap looks good too.
It does. Let me. I don't know how many. There we go. Different angles. I don't know how many images there are because it doesn't show me. But I mean, Roger, based off your experience or profession, like, what are you thinking? Like, is the transition good on this? I mean, let us know.
Yeah, like you know me and museum poses and stuff, right? Like, I'm not a big fan of museum poses, but when museum poses are done right, where they feel like dynamic and it feels like it's still kind of kinetic, despite the fact the character's standing still, I'm all in. I'm a fan of that. And this has all that. Like, he's standing still, but he's also like, I feel like there's motion still happening while he's standing. Like, if it's not wind that's blowing the flames behind in his hair, him like standing there in the movement of the chains, all that stuff looks really cool. I really like this. Looks the flame. The sculpting of the flame looks cool, and if it is executed just like this, and it does have, I mean, not that it's a have to, but I mean, come on, like, it's got to light up, right? Like,
no, it's got. Look at that. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to light up. I like here when you zoom in on the mouth, there's like flames coming through the mouth. So hopefully that's made that way.
Hopefully his human eye like that lights up like that. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's cool shit.
Yeah, this is an awesome.
Bill, so are you a big fan of clear resin? Because that's the only thing I can see with this piece is clear resin, because it looks like clear resin right there as well.
Right.
You know, you could do clear resin, and I mean, you can ask Jeffrey next time he gets on the show about painting. But you could paint the clear resin to look just like this, and then light it up, and it won't look bad. I don't care much for like the anime resin, where it's just all clear and there's no paint into it. It's just purple or green or whatever. I like to see some paint work done into it. So if there's paint work done into this, yeah, this is I can't wait to see the prototype of this thing. This is going to be, this is by far my favorite Ghost Rider. I know, and I don't want to bring it into like the realm of the Ghost Rider on bike, but him single like this is by far my favorite.
Mm-hmm. But for me, I know it sucks because of space, obviously, but Ghost Rider for me in a statue, you kind of have to have the bike. You know, it's just one of those things. That's just my opinion. It's in his name, Ghost Rider. You know, like it really is. It's a good statue though. I like it. Like Roger said, he's not fully museum. He's more. It's a little bit dynamic, I guess you could say, in his pose. But for me, that's all I'll say. Is like for me, because I'm not getting multiple Ghost Riders as well. If I was a Ghost Rider collector, yeah, get this for sure. But if I have one piece of Ghost Rider, it would have to be a bike piece at least, because it just that completes the character. You know, it's like without his hat.
Did Freddy drop out?
Yeah, it looks like it, maybe.
Yeah, he did.
Over it. Never wants to see it ever again.
Yeah,
Lane, what do you think?
Yeah, he get out. He said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the I actually really like this Ghost Rider a lot. I love the costume.
Good.
The flame effects and everything. Like, I really liked that Ghost Rider that Sideshow put out. The one that had the absolutely with the like bike riding out of hell and stuff. Of course, the problem was if that one wasn't lit up, then it wasn't nearly as cool. And that one I didn't actually end up trying to get just because I worried the light would burn out at some point because I would have that on all the time if I owned it. But I really like this is all about the jacket and kind of just the way the pants look and everything. I just really, really. The only thing I might hope is that they had, I don't know, something with the chains so they're actually like they're on fire, because I feel like the chain should actually have some flame effect or something going on them, you know? Because normally when he's using them,
I mean, Sideshow did it with theirs, right? With their chains.
Yeah. But, you know,
that said, those are real thicker. Those were a lot thicker too in this. I don't know.
Yeah, that maybe not necessarily work in this particular statute. That's the only thing I would say about it. The other thing is, honestly, I we were looking at the render for like the split face helm. I actually would like a Nicolas Cage one. Nicolas Cage, like the human have to be Nicolas Cage, because I actually like the Nicolas Cage. I don't have a taste in movies at all, but I actually like the first Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider.
I love anything. So give me anything.
But mostly just for when Nicolas Cage is like catching on fire and like screaming like a maniac. Where I was just hoping he would start saying the bees and the bees would have been the only way to make that even
not
better.
Not the bees.
Yeah, just on top of when he's like manically carrying on as he turns into Ghost Rider the first.
Gosling's gonna be Ghost Rider next, right? That's the rumor.
Yeah, this is because I was a Danny Ketch Ghost Rider fan. I read Ghost Rider when he was the main one. Today there's just too many effing Ghost Riders, the same as a lot of characters. But this is if they can just turn this render into a solid custom statue, it would be fantastic. I can see William why you're excited about this one.
Yeah, no, this is good. Jarhead, would this be something that interests you? I mean, it's pretty dope.
Oh yeah, man. I need a good Ghost Rider in my collection.
Yeah.
The stance, it conveys a lot of like intimidation. Like you look at the statue and it's like it's intimidating, like that stance that he's doing, like he's about to hit you with them chains. It's a dope statue, bro. I'm seeing that it's a print and not a custom. So I don't know. I mean, it would be dope. It would be dope to get this for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's a 3D artist, so I'm sure this is a rendered sculpt of his. Yeah. If this is just a print, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you and I will keep the community up to date on this piece. This piece is, no pun intended. I said it's hot, man. This is a hot piece for sure.
You can see motion in like the way he's standing there. Like either he just whipped at somebody or he's going to. Like that's dope, dude. Like his whole stance. He's not standing straight up. There's still I don't know. This is dope.
This is really good. I mean, maybe if VHN is watching this or whatever, just to appease Marcos, do like a separate bike down the street next to this piece, like way down there. And then he can have his bike and pick up this piece.
Or just put a little tricycle in the front that you could print out and send to him. That's it. Just give
him tricycle.
His name isn't. Hold up, guys. His name isn't Ghost Stander. It's Ghost Rider. All right.
He can never stand. He's literally got to be on Hot Wheels all the time.
He kind of is. Let's be honest here.
Ridiculous.
Oh my God. Only you, Marcos.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage us. Just move on.
Don't encourage him. I'm always right.
Oh, here we go. There are a couple other pieces, but what I want to do first is talk about this here real quick, just for everybody to know. There is some information on this piece. It is. Let me find it. Oh, sorry. So I got some information on this piece right here for everybody that's watching right now, that's in the chat. I mean, we know we talked about this Madeline Pryor in the past, but from what I'm hearing, and it's around the block, everybody knows, should be hearing it, the price point on this thing is absolutely stupid in terms of good. It's less than $1,200 from what I'm hearing for this piece. Let me do it. And not only that, they've added the 2 stands for the other portraits. So there's a side piece. Not sure how they're going to do this with the light up and the flames. But there it is. I love the stand. I love the way the flames go around this X-Men symbol here. Gotta love that portrait and her pose. There's her crown piece with the jewel and the diamond in the middle. So this stand is like probably one of the best
That's cool.
bus stands I've seen. This is like phenomenal. So for those of you that are interested in this piece, just so you know, it's under $1,200. Like, for you to get all this stuff, I'm just really curious on the paint in terms of the render and how they're going to do this. So I'll keep everybody in tuned. What do you think, especially you, Jarhead, in terms of the price point for this Madeline Pryor? I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, it's a good, anything under 12 is good, like, looks like you're getting a lot for the money, so, technically there's 4 characters on the base alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're getting 2 head sculpts. So, I mean, it's a pretty good price.
Right.
Just like you're saying though, I want to see what the paint's going to look like. Cause lava and flames are hard to do. So I'm curious to see because the light up and everything. And, but it looks good. I like this piece.
What about you, Lane? What do you think of the price point?
Well, considering how much quarter scales are, I'd say that's pretty competitive, even with you take the custom thing out of it, with just even a lot of the license pieces. And you're not going to, the likelihood you're going to get a Madeline Pryor, Goblin Queen, just generally made is like pretty much mostly a pipe dream. So this is going to be one of the best options. And I think the pricing, if it didn't have the variant head sculpts, I might go, that might be a little bit, if I would say maybe $1,000 then for it. But because you're having all the extra stuff with it, including the goblins and just even the magic effects and stuff, if they can pull it off with the paint and everything, I think it's a really good pricing range.
Marcos?
Price point's great. You get a lot with this light up features. Like you said, 4 characters basically on this piece. I don't know much about this character at all before, it got brought up on the show. I'm not a big X-Men, fan. I think I knew about her in that new X-Men 97 show. I was so confused on that show. My gosh, when that happened, I was like, what's going on here?
It's because you're too. That's why you're confused.
Yeah.
You're too DC, bro. You're too DC.
He's a fetus.
I love Deadpool's my favorite character of all time. He's the X-Men.
That's how I know you're young. That's how I know.
Exactly. That's how we know you're young.
Every kid I see like walking around has got a Deadpool thing. I'm like, oh, there's a Marcos. There's a Marcos.
I know you guys are. Hey, I can just throw it back at you. That's how I know you guys are old. There we go.
Yeah, I know you are, but what am I? It's basically we just did.
What about you, Roger? Go ahead, Marcos.
Only thing else. Headstands are amazing on this, like really dope. I love, put it like this. I love headstands. If it's just a basic thing, awesome, just have it. But like if you go over the top with it, it makes it awesome. Also, the only thing I would ask for is less clothes. More skin. That's the only thing I would say. I'm kidding. But,
no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
It's damn near naked already, which is amazing.
There's a little truth in every joke. You're not. You're at.
It's true. But no, great statue though. I think whoever's a big fan of X-Men and Madeline Pryor, definitely I think must for sure. Especially with those light up features. Jarhead said it best though. Obviously, you need to get it professionally painted, see how it looks. Just like everything else though.
Correct. Yeah. Roger.
I looking at it, the price point I would have assumed if this was an actual license piece, I'd assume they try to get it for $1,600 just because, like, if this is Prime 1 or something like that, I would imagine like $1,400, maybe 15, somewhere around there, just for the way pricing's going for 1/4 scales and like for how big this is as far as size and the pieces it's coming with and light up features. And like I said, the fact it's a full diorama, not just a standalone character. If it like as a custom, I'd assume it'd be more, just because it's a character that's not that you don't see a lot of representation of, so it doesn't get a lot of love. So I figured the price would be higher. Yeah, selling point sounds really good. It sounds a bit of a steal, like I said, especially with the way pricing is going for 1/4 scales.
Lane, did I get to you yet? Do you agree with what Roger's saying in terms of the price point, or you?
No, you'd already asked me earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
No, I think the price point seems about right for what comes with that.
Yeah, I just want to bring it up because it came to my attention today, and I'm like, okay, that's a steal for Maddie, especially with what you're getting. I wanted to share, and then I'm going to scroll through this because we got another 15 minutes. There's a few more things I want to do. So let's click this one right here. We talked about this last week, but there was no scaling for it. So now there's a scaling for it here. This was that Galactus Surfer bust that we talked about last week. I know we've had our opinions, but I just wanted to show the scaling to everybody. I haven't heard anything on price point yet, or if there's a PO out for it. It's just this information. Technically, you get three products in one. You get the 1-to-1 scale bust. You get the Surfer behind him, sitting in there with him damaged, and then you get the smaller piece. So technically, it's 3 pieces in one. Let me click the other picture here just so you guys have an idea. So it is like a 1-to-1 scale, human scale, obviously, because Galactus is massive, right? So 90 centimeters, what's that, like 35 inches? 35 inches tall, something like that.
Yep.
But just wanted to post that there for everybody to kind of take a look at, maybe go through. If anybody's interested, just PM me. I got more info on it, but this is pretty much just the scaling. We didn't have that last week, and I wanted to share it this week in case anybody was interested in this particular piece. Let's go here. And then I want to do the artist of the week. Super talented person. So let me.
Marcos Mora. No, I'm kidding.
Let's stop that. Let's go here. So this artist his name is Pablo Castaneda, and I believe he's in Florida. So I don't know if you recognize this. I know Freddie's not here, and I wanted to show this guy's artwork. He does Patreon. Got the Ninja Turtles there. Which one do you guys want to see? I want to click on one here that we can look at. This Wolverine was very popular at the time.
Deadpool.
You want to look at Deadpool? Let's go look at Deadpool.
I've seen it. It's a yeah, I've seen it before. It's awesome. It's like 1/5 scale, I believe. It's cool though.
You know, the sculpt and everything looks good, Roger. If you see something that you would change, go ahead and chime in. I'm not a fan of Deadpool like this, like kind of like the Goofy with stuff like that. I like my Sideshow version one, but I think it's excellent sculpting work for a noob like myself.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know if there's anything I'd really change. I'm with you. You know, the silly wackiness and stuff of Deadpool. There's obviously a divide between like fans that were fans of it before, you kind of be the Merc of the Mouth, and then what he's at now. But this is the most popular incarnation of Deadpool as we see it like now, right? Because it's in line with him cinematically, as well as like the last 20 years. So I like it. I think it's cool. I think he took some liberties with the costume. There were slightly more details here and there. I like that. I follow this guy's work, so I'm a fan of his stuff. And the fact there's a swap out, I was shocked to see that the swap out wasn't just like a head, but it was like a full on. Or is it just that's just the base, right? And it's the head that comes off, but he has the base. It looks like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like creative mini bases. It's not like, I know some people are fine with just having a head to prop it on, but I kind of like the idea of having a mini statue in itself to look at.
Yeah, the base got a lot of artwork on it, like a comic.
The good thing about this piece, like you guys said, like you kind of get both looks. Obviously, you get that goofy like tongue out, and then you get the mask on, which is a little bit more serious. Obviously, for me, the only downside about this, I believe it. Like I said, I believe it's 1/5 scale, which is like a weird
really?
scale. Yeah, it's a little weird scale. I could be wrong.
Well, Marcos, this is a STL file, so you can scale it to whatever the hell you want.
Okay, there we go then. But I remember people were coming out with it, like the people that had it in hand, I guess you could say, they were saying it was 1/5 scale. So I don't know. What the whole thing is, but it's an awesome piece. Love the concept. I've seen the special too. It's cool.
Well, there you go. You guys are talking about Punisher on a throne. There's his throne right there.
If you call it that, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's a throne.
Ass chair. He needs to move up in the world.
And guys, he's not an anti-hero. He's a villain, but he does villain stuff in a good way.
What?
He's a mass murderer. Let's be honest here. I like the Punisher.
That's anti-hero.
He's
anti-hero. You've
never been a bigger minority than right now, just so you know. Okay, he's not a villain in any way whatsoever. He might have been in the very first comic he showed up on. He's trying to kill Spider-Man, but still,
he's not a hero, or he's not a regular hero, a superhero. He's an
there you go.
He's a villain. He's a villain with a good heart.
You're a villain. You're a villain.
Yeah, Marcus is Bronny Mora. Villain is fakes.
Yeah, you're a LeBron fan. You're the villain, man. Like, come on, dude.
Love me some Spawn, though.
Jarhead, would there be anything in this list of this artist that you'd be interested in picking up if they were produced?
Let me see. I mean, a good Spawn would be dope.
Let me click on his roster here. I know he's got more, but this is what he's got on his artist station right now.
I've seen that Logan soldier before.
I've seen this one a lot.
Yeah, I think that one actually got made.
Yeah, it's a cool sculpt. I like it a lot. Like, I love me some Nam Wolverine.
Nam? I
love the Born to Kill on the helmet. He's got the cigar. Yeah, it's a really good look for Logan. It's got that wolf there on the side.
I will say that doesn't make any sense for Vietnam having snow and a wolf, but other than that,
and metal claws, right? Because back then he had adamantium.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe he went to Nam, he finished at Nam, and then he just kept walking.
And he just went back to Nam to kill all those goddamn.
Just went north and just kept on going.
He just kept walking north. That's
kept walking north to kill some more Viet Congs. 30.
Keep on going.
Later.
Yeah. I love this, Raphael. This is good. His Ninja Turtle is very well sculpted. I really like that look. I would like to see him do a whole like Ronin thing. It'd be really badass.
People forget, man, that the teenage Ninja Turtles, not the old Ninja Turtles.
Nowadays are the old Ninja Turtles. But yeah, this was.
I feel like they're older looking.
So I wanted to just kind of bring this artist up. Very, very talented Pablo Castaneda. He did a new piece that is not on his artist station, so I'm gonna bring that up real quick. And I think it's literally one of the best interpretations of this character. So let me switch this over here real quick. Sorry, guys. Let's click that guy right there. Go back here. Let's share that right there. That Killer Croc, man. He's.
Oh, dude, this piece.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love the head swap out. The head swap out's cool. This is a really cool piece.
Yeah, this Killer Croc is so dope. It's as good as that custom piece. This is an STL as well. I'm going to scroll through it so you guys take a look. Let me know what you'd like to see or not like to see. I think it's freaking phenomenal, man. This needs to be made. Ooh. Look at that base, man. Like if you had like a clear green, dirty water resin on there with the right paint job, man, this thing would look phenomenal.
Wow. I love a piece where the base is an environment piece, but it's also a storytelling environment,
Right.
I like that a lot.
I like this right here. The little teaser there with the Joker's card.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That's neat.
Yeah.
Dude, this piece is awesome, dude. I want this piece in 1/4 right now. Right now. I'll buy it.
No, 1/5. You're gonna get it in 1/5.
Yeah, what? No,
we're gonna give it to you in 1/5.
1/7. 1/7. There we go. No, but this piece is awesome. This is probably one of the best Crocs I've seen. I love the Prime 1, but it's a diode because it has the Batman on the shoulder, which is cool and everything. But if you just want to straight up, I want to straight up just kill a Croc in 1/4, you know? And this would like fit my collection 100%. I would want this piece so bad. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is really, really good. I was going to talk about this one next.
Cool.
So, wow. Yeah, I like this too. I'm not a big Spider-Man Venom person, but I really like the concept on this. How he's ripping himself out of Venom. You know,
damn, I haven't seen this.
Jared, are you a Venom Spider-Man guy?
Oh yeah. So there's a whole line of this. They're making a Spider-Man versus line. They've already done a few of them actually. And I think this is Caleb, right?
I believe, yeah, it's Caleb. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Is this something? Are you picking up the line, or is this one of the better ones you've seen?
There's one that I like from the line more than the other ones that I've thought about picking up, which is the Spider-Man versus Lizard.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that one.
To me, that one's the best one out of the line. To me, this is a little too much. Like, I like the Spider-Man. It's just too much for me. Him popping out of Venom is weird to me.
I do like this though. I've been seeing this around. This is printed. I figured if you're a Spider-Man Venom person, I don't know if Lane or Marcos, if you guys are that type, but I thought this was pretty cool. I wanted to share it too. Talk a little bit about it. Was this symbiote in this jar?
Yeah, I've seen this one a lot.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of the like Carnage symbiote and Venom symbiote in the cases with Maestro that XM put out.
Right.
I think we talked about this on a little bit, this exact piece, and it would go well. I know they had a Venom and Carnage like in the tube, but it would go well with that piece if it didn't have that, you know, like that would like really fit that piece. It's cool though.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty dope, and I was thinking to myself, like, well, if you're a big Spider-Man or whatever, I think this would go great with, you know, whatever characters you have to have it. I like the idea of like a side piece and you know, any type of swap outs or proximity pieces that will go with pre-existing pieces. This is pretty dope. I really did like that a lot. But yeah, that was kind of some of the things I wanted to just run through and talk a little bit about. And then I got a message earlier today that someone's gonna go watch Crybaby LeBron play next.
We said no LeBron tonight. We said no LeBron.
No, I'm just wanted to do a little bit of shenanigans. I know we've talked a lot about statues.
We brought up Snyder. We brought up some other stuff. Jane D. Like, was not bringing LeBron.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys though. I wanted to ask you guys in relation to actually something Prime 1 did in the last couple of days had them happen. Not so much with the statue, but just what does it mean like for statue coming in this? So you might have seen Prime 1 actually just closed the pre-orders on those Final Fantasy VII Rebirth statues.
Right.
On Cloud and Sephiroth, and now Zach has like March 13th or something, who just went up for pre-order. So those you cannot order anywhere anymore. How do you guys feel on some big pieces, which we already talked that they were so super expensive, with those having such a like being just given like a couple of months for people to order and everything, and now they're just gone. Like, you know, this isn't a custom or, you know, something like that. It's a pretty fairly decently well-known license and stuff. And this was probably Square. This is probably the maker. Probably put a time limit on this or something. But they didn't even do this for the $12,000 statue they put out a few years ago from Final Fantasy VI. You know, with the precedent for something like that scene, does it bother you guys where, I mean, they may have maxed out what they were going to get just for the price point, you know, because we were talking about like Sephiroth was like $400 or $500 more than the giant alien statue for a quarter scale.
stupid.
Right.
You know,
I hope these. For me, I hope these pieces get 100 edition size each. I hope they fail.
well, they're done. They got whatever they got. I mean, I meant more. I meant more for them having a cutoff like that.
That's what I'm saying, Lane. I hope
it makes you have to do it.
Lane, like I'm saying, I hope the edition size, what the end result is, like 100. I hope 100 people bought it, and that's about it. Or like 80 people bought it, so they do 100 edition size. I just don't. I think it's ridiculous what Square Enix is doing. It's not Prime One; it's Square Enix what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because Prime One has a piece from Full Metal Alchemist, and it's that Dio piece. It was like $1,400 or maybe $1,200. And then they had a Square Enix one. They did a little collaboration. It's a cool piece, but it's like I think it was like $2,000+. So like, it's like it's one of those things like there's some pieces you wish fail because it's just pointless to even have out there. A lot of other things, and I just hope it fails. That's all. I really do. I hope it shows Square Enix because like what was that $13,000 piece? Remember that piece, the Square Enix Final Fantasy piece?
The Magic armor.
People always say it's sold out, but I've seen it 3 times on Facebook. Like people posting it. So I don't know if it's sold out at all. And if it did sell out, hopefully it sold out with like.
It might had a very small. I'm thinking
exactly. That's what I'm hoping for with the Square Enix, the Zack and the Sephiroth and Cloud. Like they look good. It's polystone though. There's no silicone. There's no rooted hair or anything like that to make it that price. It's just crazy that the Cloud piece is $200 or $200 more or $100 more than the Alien 1/3 XL. It makes zero sense.
Sephiroth is 700 or 600 more.
Yeah.
But
it makes zero sense.
For me, it's the time frame they cut it off, just because they said you got FOMO mode now, like that. That's what I wonder. Could we see that for other pieces down the road? Because
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
it's not a bad idea because like I know statue companies are kind of struggling. Obviously, everybody is, even Prime One, Sideshow, and so having a deadline of maybe to get in, pre-order wise, it does create, like you said, it creates that FOMO. So it's not a bad idea. It could backfire though as well. You got to take that risk.
Yeah, I don't know. You said did they say what they reached in terms of ES with that piece?
No. It just ended yesterday.
So they just kind of left it up there for a few years and see how many people they can get, and then they just kind of cut it off.
2 months, yeah. I mean, it was December? Like 3 months. And then they said it's done. I haven't seen that before. Zach is still available, but that's because he just came more recently. But he's going to cut off in a couple weeks, like 3 weeks, I think, or so. I just am, just with that. I mean, the price point we discussed is ridiculous. That's why I was worried about those ones kind of because I was looking at Dog Alien, but I said those FF7 ones were like the big thing hanging over my head, and then I saw the price point and I went, yeah, I'm okay. I ain't spending that much.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, on that note, is there a price point that's just too much for 1/4 scale, regardless of how much you're a fan of it? Like if it's a grill piece, is there a price point that's just too high?
Yeah, I mean, for me, at a 1/4 scale, and knowing a little bit of the ins and outs of things, I mean, I've seen kits sell for $3,500, and it's like, it's a 1/4 scale. Where, and this is a custom. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry to just no, I wouldn't do it. I think paying more than $2,000 for a 1/4 scale might be too much. Like if I just
say that sounds like too much for it. I think you start going above 1,400-1,500, you're almost getting.
Well, I mean, well, that depends too, right? And I think it's the community that makes the price go up when it's custom piece.
Yeah,
it's the community. It's not the commissioner or whatever, right? Or even if it's a license group. So XM, when they were originally started, you were buying their pieces for less than $1,000. Now you got Magic, Dark Phoenix. Those are all up to $2,500 that's selling. So it's double the retail price. Why? Because we make it that popular.
Are we talking about on the secondary market, or are we talking about when they first
come out? When they first come out.
I'm speaking retail,
not
secondary market.
Yeah, because I mean, like I would spend more for a Grail statue. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But obviously, if I'm just buying a statue straight up from a commissioner, or you know, when it first comes out, like I wouldn't spend more than, you know, it depends on the statue, because I've seen some gigantic quarter scale statues. Like I had Maestro, you know, so that was expensive.
Right.
So I mean, it just depends on the statue, really. If it's gigantic, I can understand paying a little more for it, and you know, like 4-ish. Like I could, depending on how big the statue is. Like I said, I got that statue in, which allowed me to get the Sentinel piece that I got because I traded it. So, it just depends, man. I honestly, that's my answer. I don't see myself spending over $5,000 though, for something, maybe 4.
I mean, I get that. I get that point when, like you said, when it's massive, but it's like, okay, we're gonna talk about Marco's favorite J&D. Nothing's massive on that. It's just a 1/3. I've seen Anne Hathaway. I wouldn't pay $25,000 to $3,000 for that. I don't care if it is silicone. It's not a silicone I could use, so it's really not worth it to me.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Whoa.
But if you're talking about, let's say, you know, that your Magneto back there, that massive Magneto piece, and that's $3,000 or $4,000, I could see that, because you're getting a lot for that money.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line? Does it have to be massive to be able to, you know what I mean?
What I'm saying is, like, what about, like, okay, let's say a sideshow retail piece that's like the new Archangel, right? What if that came out and we're at the point where they're starting to be $1,500 for a 1/4 scale, like a standard solo character that's not dynamic, you know, like where's that line?
That's too much. I think it's too much. Yeah. Like you guys were talking about that Constantine yesterday, and that was $975. And I'm like, no, $975 for that. I'm sorry. It's
horrible. I'm sorry to say, like, the concept's decent at best. That fucking portrait is horrific. It's not good at all. Like,
you say that, but then that statue is going to sell out. Watch.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think it will. I think it will. I really do think it will.
That statue is going to sell out so fast. Watch.
And plus, it's a 1-to-1. Like, it's a really good adaptation from the comic book art too.
Yeah. I mean, people say the same thing about the Ghost Rider, and look how much it's going for in the aftermarket right now. Over
crazy.
Over $3,000.
Well,
it's nuts. I had no idea they would skyrocket like that.
That Ghost Rider definitely did not sell well at the beginning until they put that light up feature. Remember, it came out like they put the light up feature on like maybe 2 months after it was put on pre-order, maybe a month after. That light up feature definitely helped out that piece a lot, because it was a half bike, obviously, right? It's half bike, him on the bike, and then that light up feature kind of took it to another level. But I get what you're saying. If it sells out that Constantine, you know, good for them. Obviously, I'm not going to hate on them for that, but I don't know. For me, I think that portrait it does not look good to me.
I don't like paying, you know, prices like that, especially at Sideshow. Like, they've been creeping up. The last few statues they've put out have been right at $1,000.
They talked about it last night. That Marcos, what was the one that just came out that was $985? You guys talked about.
There's Bishop. Bishop is in something.
Yeah, dude, that Bishop is overpriced, man. Like,
major stuff. But they just put one on. You guys were talking for $985.
We're talking about the Constantine.
Constantine was $975.
Yeah, Constantine. Yeah, $985, I think, for that piece.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, does it matter if it's the company? Like, does the company justify the rate in the eyes of the consumer? Like, is Prime 1 better than them? So, like, let's say you got a basic Prime 1 XM Sideshow. They're all basic, but one price is going to be higher than the other. Who's to say which one's more valuable or not? Is it brand? Does it just become a brand thing?
Well, yeah, because if look at what you're getting from Prime 1 and XM. They're a different league than Sideshow. Sideshow has always been, you know, the more, you know, air quotes, affordable statue company, and people like that because it was like a starting off point for a lot of people, you know, and the quality isn't the same as XM and Prime 1. The details aren't, the paint's not. you know, I mean, honestly, I hate to say it, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not. You're accurate.
And I've seen plenty of custom statues that are even better than sideshow statues. So,
sure, yeah.
Paying $1,000 for that? Why would I do that?
Yeah. So, Jar, I have the sideshow Deadpool and like the moped, which I like because it's a moped Deadpool, blah blah blah, and then the XM Deadpool, completely different paint job, sculpt, everything, details, blah blah blah. Like it's a completely different statue. Sideshow, like you guys said though, they are the more price conscious, like 1/4 statues. So once they get to that level, it's or above. Like that the Eternal Enemies, Batman, Joker, that had a bunch of breaks, and people got a bunch of breaks on that one. So what's the point? Like for me, it's like I don't know. If there's issues with the statue and it's expensive for sideshow, and the details are not going to be as good as a prime one, or even like you said, the XM. I mean, the XM has their own issues as well. It's just not worth it for me. With sideshow, with price point and details.
I think you could justify some of the sideshow pieces. Like there's some that I still would like to get, and but they're the older ones. Like there's nothing new I've seen that really grabbed my eyes in terms of them. It's the same with PCS. I love the guys that working at PCS. I think they got a great heart and stuff. We talk about the QC issues all the time. The concepts are really good with their stuff, but it's just like. And DB Madness said it's like it's really up to the individual of the value of that piece. I'm still hunting down. I'm still hunting down Black Widow from Sideshow, right? One of the OG ones where she's got Ultron dead. She's holding that big rifle, got the long hair, short hair. I've always wanted that piece, so I picked up some Sideshow pieces, but the older ones, the newer ones, just really haven't grabbed my eye. So. Like that Archangel that came out. Concept's great, but it's almost identical to a custom piece that came out years ago, except the wings are open more. But it's same base.
The Silver Surfer pose too. Put it next to the Silver Surfer that Daniel Bell did like a few years ago. It's almost the exact same pose. When Daniel Bell did it also, I was curious, is like, why would they make something that's almost identical in pose? And then also identical in concept to the same one that Caleb did. So that's kind of weird. And it's expensive as hell too.
Yeah, it's expensive. I feel that it's a good time for those that want to buy. Like this is a buyer's market right now for most people. Seller's market. If you're trying to sell, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You better be happy with losing. So just saying.
If you lose 200, like, that's a good loss at this point. Right now.
Yeah. It is a good loss, and you know what? Don't count shipping. Shipping doesn't count, right? It's just like what you paid and things like that.
Retail, for my Sage cheese, I sold that after like 3 months of having it. I got that retail, basically $1,500. Shipped it to him. Shipping was only around $80, so like I lost $80 basically. So like, thank God, that was like a blessing in disguise right there. That's not. Yeah. That's not. We know people that had to sell for half of what they've had, right? Or half of what they've. My friend Alan Kiefer is trying to sell that XM Ghost Rider on horse. Like,
oh wow,
he can't sell it. Like he has it basically like 1,000. He even put it up recently. If you anybody in the chat wants to buy it, Alan Kiefer is selling it. But I think he has it right now like 1,000 or 1,100 with the payment plan, and like I think it's shipped at 1,100. Could be wrong. Don't take my word for it. But like that piece is like $8, I think.
I mean, if Alan does that XM Ghost Rider, I'll do payment plans for him for that price. But no, not a fan of this.
Hit him up, bro. It's the horse one though. That's what.
Yeah, I don't want the horse one.
That's what I'm saying.
A good looking piece too.
No, it's a great looking piece, but I don't know if I can do the horse one. My display is pretty much almost getting full here, so I don't know if I could justify that. But that Ghost Rider from VHN is something, and I'm curious to see if someone's going to produce it, what the price point will be. If that Ghost Rider is under a rack, that's a good price point for that Ghost Rider, that museum one. But yeah, it's all up to us in the community to justify the price. I don't even go on eBay. eBay is just ridiculous. That, like, looking at the prices, it makes me want to put my stuff on there because I'll get triple on eBay according to what the prices are on eBay. So eBay doesn't seem very realistic to me.
I'm trying to, and like on eBay, I just put it up there for a higher price, and someone like messaged me like, I would do this for $1,100, and he lives in Houston, like $1,100 non-shipped. Like, do that, let's do it. So like, because eBay has the prices, that go on top of it, obviously. So it's just eBay's not fun to buy off of, and it's not fun to sell off of either. So
no. It's like they take 50% of your stuff. So you sell it for X amount, they want 50%. They're worse than the government in taxes. They just want to take everything. So, but yeah, good topic there, Lane. Thanks for bringing that up. But we're already over the 2-hour mark for sure. We have a good time here. We bring up subjects. We talk a lot about certain things. Shenanigans need to be a little bit deeper today, and they were. But I think because I lost a lot of time putting this thing together, it was just.
Well, that was what the first half was pretty much meant for anyway.
Right. No,
that's what that's you. I would rather you be spending. For me getting to watch you, not me actually putting it together for that amount of time, than where it's some of the tweeter head pieces where it's the statue, the base, boom, you're done, and it's like, okay, so there was 2 minutes of my life. It's like, well, that's fantastic, but part of the fun is seeing at least a few parts coming together to put the whole thing. Maybe not quite as much as that necessarily, where you're having to fight with the base. The part is people like to see you figuring out on the figure putting it together, not where, or like when I was trying to figure out, hey, where did this big stupid like block of cement connect to like my poison ivy statue, where I was like, I can't figure out which part or what direction it's supposed to go in. No one wants to see you do that. They want to see like, the plant monster. Where does that plug into so I can see it now actually on there? That kind of thing.
So one more news before we log off. I got word that the custom quarter scale Dark Side on Throne is gonna be shipped here pretty soon. If it doesn't come here by next Saturday the 1st, for sure the 8th we will do the live prototype unboxing of that Dark Side on Throne.
That will be cool.
Just FYI.
Awesome.
So
I thought you meant like.
What's that?
Okay. All right. I think you meant like you were saying it was getting shipped to the collector soon. I'm like, wait, hold up. I was like, what the fuck are you saying about?
No,
prototype to you.
Most collectors wish they were. No, it's the prototype. They promised they would send it to me so I could do the live stream. Yeah. So within 2 weeks, I should have it here and schedule the live stream. I'm gonna do my best to get the higher version of StreamYard so I can have 10 people at least on stream. Right now I can only have 6, but 10. Maybe I'll get to 15. I'm not quite sure what I'll do. But if not the 1st of March, the 8th of March, we will be doing the live unboxing of Dark Side on Throne. It will be in a different location because I don't have room here, so I asked them to ship it somewhere else.
One thing you can say, if you're a Dark Side fan, in different scales and size, you may be eating good if you're trying to get like a definitive Dark Side statue. Because Tweeterhead, just teased theirs. You're gonna have this one, and then Jay is working at LBS on a 1/3 scale one too. So if you're looking for a singular Dark Side for your collection, you're gonna have possibly a custom option, Tweeterhead option, and a 3rd scale option at some point. Probably by the end of 2025.
It's only Throne on Waldo's, so which makes it.
And there's a Throne Dark Side too.
Right. You're actually in the loop there, Lane. Unless it's me.
He's not echoing for me, at least.
Oh, for me he was. Let me see here.
Yeah.
I don't. My technology is working perfectly, except for my stupid camera I want to throw in the garbage. But that's a different matter.
Right. But that was the news I wanted to give everybody. So Dark Side on Throne soon prototype. We are at the 2-hour 20-minute mark. I want to thank the panel, Marcos. Thank you again for hanging out with us. We're going to Roger take a lot of time from his work to come hang out with us. Thank you again, Roger. We got Jarhead from Custom Produce. Make sure you subscribe to Custom Produce. And the Legend Lane. Thank you again for all of you guys joining me here for this live unboxing. and all you guys' knowledge is bunched up and just in this goo ball like this, just kind of going in.
My knowledge for sure.
Oh my God. Don't watch LeBron. Love J&D. Zack Snyder's the best.
Yes.
Everybody know that. Just want to say thank you, Michael Reyes, DB Madness, that was in the house, Lights Limited Collectors. With Stanley, thank you for joining. Aiden, we got Tommy Flint. Who else do we have here? Everyday Collector, thank you, BattleCat78. Godlike Jimmy, one of our good boys there. We got Dennis retiring soon. He's not retiring soon.
He's not retiring. He's going to break down the wall.
We got Milena and Atticus in the house. Man, we had a lot of people come join. Juan Ortega, thank you. He's always on the stream. So I really appreciate the love. Damiano, Damo, nice guy. Jonas. Man, you guys are all here. So appreciate it. Thank you very much. Don't forget the 500 giveaway. And Mr. Legend Lane is going to give a $25 credit to whatever he was going to do for the giveaway as well. So 500 subscriber, you'll get an Iron Studios 110 scale Thor. So please like, subscribe, share with anybody else. And we'll look forward to next week's live unboxing. I have plenty of statues for the next 5 weeks, 6 weeks now with the Dark Side coming in. Thank you again for tuning into ASV Collectibles, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Take care, everybody.